Hello and welcome to the Game of the Year quinquennial anniversary. That's the fifth anniversary for those who do not know. And for once, I am hosting this special
What?
Game of the Year. Yes, that is indeed the case. Hello, Freddie, my co-host, my Freddie.
Hello. Hello, Trenton Art, my co-host. Or is my co-host today Alchemist Thraced?
I
Alchemist
mean,
Thraced.
you can call me that if you want. You're allowed to. You have the pass.
Okay. I have the pass.
You
Good.
have
I have
the
the Thrace. I have
the
the
thrace
Alchemist
pass.
pass.
Exactly.
Yeah, well that's nice. Yeah, well it's good to be here. It's nice to do a shorter thing. Trenton's taking the reins on this one. I can kind of chill out and not be like stress check that I'm recording every 10 minutes.
Exactly. So we're gonna
I
have a
enjoy
chill
that.
time where we're going to look back on the last five game of the years and do something special. We're gonna make a
Mm-hmm.
best list and a worst list with our top 10 best and top 10 worst games
Ooh,
of all 5 years.
top 10, bottom 10,
Or
actually.
bottom 10. What should I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, bottom
Top, top,
10, top and
top,
bottom.
bottom. Top, bottom. Top, bottom, and top 10.
Exactly. How we'll be doing this is each of us has 10 games, 10 top games, 10 bottom games, which we personally have. We do not know what these games are, and then we're going to
Mm-hmm.
gradually reveal them one by one and build out these lists. But we both have 10 top and 10 bottom, and only 10 on each of those can fit. So, for example, for the top list, I'm going to have 10 games. Freddie's going to have 10 games. Only 10 total can go on the top list. It might
Yeah.
not be an even split of five. We'll have to talk about that. What is going to go where? We're not going to go super in depth on these games either, but we will refer back to the past game of the years probably, and there will be a playlist probably linked where you can go back and watch them if you want to hear our thoughts at the
Mm-hmm.
time for those games.
Yeah. And it's over 5 years, so our thoughts have probably changed, or
Exactly. Or we can add
there might be
stuff
some
to them.
recency bias and stuff, but
Yeah,
I
there'll be
think we spent a
recency.
good time reviewing things. So, yeah, so essentially we're coming in with 40 games, 20 each side, and we might have a bit of overlap for co-op games, but essentially we're coming in with 40 games, and half of those are going to be on the cutting room floor. Half of them, thankfully, will be left out of the bottom 10, and half of them, unfortunately, will be left out of the top 10.
Very, very succinct way of explaining that. That is pretty much it. It's a pretty simple premise, but before we go into it, we are going to have some honorable or dishonorable mentions. We're going to do the bottom 10 first. So, our dishonorable mentions.
Yeah, and the way, if it is confusing still, the way to think about it is our top tens and bottom tens are like drafts. Like we're drafting in games that we want to get onto this joint list here. So I have my top games really, but maybe I omitted one that I know Trenton would not want to see the light of day on that top 10 list. So there's no point in me bringing it in, you know?
Yep, yep,
Yeah. So that's another
understandable.
way to think about it. So let's begin with the bottom. I've been told as I'm not hosting, I may go first.
Sure, you can do your dishonorable mention first.
Okay, my first dishonorable mention for the bottom games. Okay, I'm getting excited now because we're starting. Mine is 18 plus.
Okay,
Yeah, so that was from 2022. I gave it an E tier, and the reason why it's only a dishonorable mention is because it's the lowest effort game I've ever seen, and so I don't think it really deserves to be on the list, but it is still absolutely trash, so I thought I'd at least mention it.
okay. Yeah, I think that's a good one. For me, my honorable dishonorable mention, sorry, is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, which has actually cropped up on the list. Uh, I think three
Oh, that's
times
so
in
funny.
total. I think it cropped up for you twice in the very first game of the year and the following one. So 2021 and
Uh,
2022,
I I think it
positively.
I, yeah, I mean I think it was a game. I think maybe I played a little bit, but it was mostly like what am I playing next year?
Oh,
And then
okay.
I came back with
You
it
came
with like a
back.
no, you're right. I did play the beginning of it, but it was more sort of a mention and then saying I definitely want to give it a proper shot next year. And I ended up giving it a decently high A tier, and I'm yet to replay it. So
Okay.
maybe I'm gonna
Then
be so kind on it another
yeah,
time.
then I played it as our game exchange, and I didn't have a great time with it in 2024, and it ended up on my list. So there's some contention there. I didn't want to put it on the bottom list. I don't think it is a bottom game for us.
Hmm.
There's some like contention overall, but it I think it would be funny just to bring it up as the
Yeah,
honorable
well,
dishonorable mention.
you'd have a hell of a time getting it on that list, even as
Yeah,
number 10,
exactly.
because I'm
So
not, I wouldn't let that happen.
that's why the mention. I think it's an appropriate mention. So,
Yeah,
uh,
it was mostly technical difficulties that was the problem, right?
yeah. Well, there was some other mixed things. I just didn't really enjoy it too much, in
That's fair enough.
general.
Okay.
So we move on to the actual bottom 10.
Okay, so my first pick. Um, I'm gonna go, you know what? I'm gonna go very, nah, I'm gonna go for one I don't think. Oh shoot, this is difficult. Okay,
It
I'm going
is.
to reveal my number 7, which is
Okay.
Black Ops. Call of Duty
3.
Black Ops 3, which had so many game modes. All of them were really subpar. Campaign was awful. Only had a couple small modes that were redeeming. And I remember I didn't put it in my gripes because I thought, oh, it's just kind of a little subpar. And then I got really heated when I was talking about it.
Yeah, I remember you getting really, really into it that year.
Yeah. So I know that you don't like Call of Duty,
No, not really.
but so I feel like this is one where you don't really care about it, but also you're not gonna argue. Like, I think you wouldn't mind it being on the list because you don't like the franchise in general.
Yeah, that could go on the
So
list.
do you wanna do you wanna reveal one and then we'll sort of then put them on the list?
Okay. Do you know what? I will. I'll match you with the 7. I'll put down my
Okay.
7.
So I guess a note to make is I've had way more F tiers than Trenton, and Trenton has
Yes.
had way more S tiers. So the bottom half of the list, I should if I'm gonna dominate any of these lists, it's gonna be the bottom one.
Yeah, that should be how things shake out. My 7 is an NA for me. A no
We used
scored
to do
one.
that.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet from 2022, which you did bring up in
Oh,
this year's Game of the Year as well. And I think we share a lot of similar issues with this, but you ended up
yes.
playing a lot more. I just feel like visually it's such a step down in a lot of areas.
Hmm.
It just doesn't look nice. It feels stripped down. The open world hinders as much as it is cool. Just a lot of blunders, a lot of oddness. I just didn't enjoy playing it, and I didn't play anymore after I did play some for the Game of the Year. That's why it's you.
Okay. You wanna paste that in?
Yeah.
So the thing about this, how I'm feeling, is I'm feeling that I agree with you. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet has so many issues. I don't think it's a good game,
Yeah.
and I think the reason why we get so upset at that is because Pokemon is a really good franchise in general,
Exactly.
or
Yeah.
it can be really good. And the same thing's true with Call of Duty. The only issue is Call of Duty has always had issues, and I don't think it's reached the heights of Pokemon personally. So I don't think Pokemon Scarlet and Violet should be in the bottom 10.
Mm-hmm.
If we're making a bottom 20 or 30, yeah.
Okay.
But I do respect it being here. I think Call of Duty should go above
Go
Pokemon
above the
Scarlet and Violet.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Hmm. I do. I
Just a
feel like
note.
I dislike uh Call of Duty more, but with Pokemon because there's the expectation. It does sting that it wasn't as cool. Um,
Yeah. I mean, they both are like some of the biggest budget games.
Hmm.
At least Call of Duty looks like it. They spent money on it, you know?
Yeah, true, true.
With Pokemon, it's like, where did the money go?
Or do we want to put
Well,
something on the board? Do we want to put
we want to put
we
something
want to put
on.
something on
So
the board?
my suggestion here is, how about I go for 7
Yep,
and you go for 8?
sure, sure.
Just because I think the argument is
Should
Call of Duty at least looks like quality, while Pokemon it failed in pretty much every aspect besides music. It was disappointing,
hmm.
essentially.
Okay. I guess let's move on.
Oh
Me,
yeah.
my turn to.
Also, just a little note. Also,
Yeah.
Black Ops sucks, but it runs smoothly.
Okay. Pokemon does not run smoothly. I know that
No,
that's
Pokemon crashes.
Let's go to an a one from 2025. So
Wait,
recent gripe,
I'll give it to you.
which is on my
Bubble.
number 5 slot.
Sure.
Saihate Station or Saihate Station, which I gave an E in the 2025 one. This is pretty fresh. I really, really disliked this game. It made me do a rant on Steam on a Steam
Hmm.
review. There's a lot of issues with this game. It's something that's like overwhelmingly positive rated, but I think it's really badly written and damaging. At least for me, that was one of my lowest points of last year. And it yeah, it's still fresh. It's still there. What are you gonna reveal? What's next for you?
Do you want me to go hard or go easy?
It's up to you.
No, I want you to tell me. I am
Maybe pick
unsure.
a higher one. Like pick one above
Okay, I'm
5.
gonna match you with awfully written games then.
Sure, that's a good
Prepare.
yeah.
I'm matching you with my 3,
With your
Exodus
3.
Climate Activist.
Oh boy, this is last year
And
too.
I hated this one because it had the concept of climate activism, something super duper important, and a lot of people complain about all these non-peaceful protest, blah 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 blah, and talking about terrorist groups and all of this, lots of like heavy political subjects, and it absolutely is brain dead. It goes against the whole thing. It basically tells you become a corporate shill, don't do activism. It's absolutely insane. I know the romance and stuff feels like, again, this isn't right, but climate activist also has the romance. It also has the sucky thing where there's a character who constantly assails you, pursues you, sexually assaults you, and even if you reject her every time, the story will still force you to get married in the end.
It
So it has political issues, romance issues, writing issues, spelling issues, pacing issues. It has everything.
it sounds like a fever dream when you explained it. It's crazy.
Awful.
I think it's more awful than Saihate Station because at least that was kind of enjoyable for a while and visually, like it looks great. There's some nice music and everything there. Its problems are a bit more like insidious to the core of its characters and what it's trying
Mm.
to like make the story. And a point I want to make against myself as well is my one I feel is a
It's
lot
easy.
more personal, if that makes sense.
Hmm. Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
to the point where I think I would rank it below the two currently on the list, despite it being higher on mine. Your one though I think has a better shot because listening to it, you talk about it was crazy. It's a really bad game. It's an F tier as well. I think it's a deserved F
There's
tier too.
there's so much to it also, like the creator,
Oh
the
gosh, they're
TikToks, the
crazy.
short films, the review site. It's wild, and also it doesn't have any visuals. There's nothing nice to look
Yeah,
at either. Um, I only enjoyed one sentence. That's
that's
the
crazy. Okay, yeah,
I
you
only enjoyed one sentence,
I
and
mean
it wasn't crazy long, but it also was not a short novel, and it felt way longer. So I'm gonna say I want to put this at least at 4.
sure, that's good.
And Sayate Station, do you want to put that at like 9 or something?
Sure. For now, we'll put it at 9.
Okay, you think it's below,
Yeah,
it's
I
not as bad
do.
as Pokemon?
I do. Yeah.
Okay, sure, sure. I mean, for me, I can agree with that because it's
Yep.
a little indie project.
Yeah.
So, what are the
Honestly,
expectations?
I can see it not being on the bottom list, probably, but
No, I
we'll
mean,
see.
these will get kicked out.
Some of them
So
might. You go
I'll go
next.
again for the next one.
Sure.
I'm gonna go what I was gonna go with. The reason why I picked this, I was gonna go with this one instead was I feel like they're similar. They're both indie. They're both very low budget, and it's Momodora 1.
Okay.
And for me, it was just the gameplay. It just did not hit. It was just really awful. It's just bad. It's basically just like a rage game, but it's not so trying to be a rage game. It's like an NES game essentially, but on keyboard and just on keyboard, no mouse, just on keyboard. And I think the worst thing about it is it's a terrible intro to a franchise that seems to be beloved.
Yeah.
When I began, I thought I was going to play Momodora 1, 2, and 3 in 1 year, and then play Reverie of the Moonlight like the next year. But it was so bad, it gave me pause, and it ended up taking me until 2025 to play Momodora 2, which I enjoyed. So I think the worst thing about this one is it's a big roadblock on the franchise. Like it's an immediate hurdle to enjoy a decent Metroidvania, beloved kind of cult classic.
Yeah, I think that's a really interesting and different, solid reason to bring it up, and I like the fact that it kind of has been revisited with you playing the second one, right? For 2025.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it improved, and for me that makes the first one worse because it's gatekeeping,
it gate kept you from something good.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so my one, I'm gonna also bring another small indie game to the table, but it's much much higher. It's my
It's
number
because I saw you
two.
play.
It's Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion, which has appeared in
You activated my trap card.
exactly 2021. This came in at an E for me, and then at 2023 it came in at an E for you as well.
Yeah. So before you say anything,
Yes,
it's my number
it's
10.
your number
So I'm
10.
revealing it. I'm revealing it here also.
Okay, so we have a same one. I think that already
Yeah.
puts it up quite high.
Oh, that's your second worst?
That's my second worst. I really don't like
Oh
this
my.
game.
Well, you know what? Um, my games I think are worse. I bring a lot more to the table when it comes to the bottom 10
Yeah,
out of the
you
last
do.
5 years. But I don't think it's that bad. I think I think Turnip Boy might be like 6 or 8 if I hated it as much as you. I think you hated it more than I did. And also, I had warning coming into it.
Yeah,
And I didn't pay for it. I borrowed it from the library because I knew it was bad. So I think this game has offended you way worse than it offended
yeah,
me.
it did. Yeah, I put it on the Switch
Uh,
too, so it was probably more than it would have been on like Steam.
oh, I played on PS4, I think.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So these two games, I think Turnip Boy needs to be on the list.
It's a classic,
It
especially for you. And
it's
it's
a
your number
classic.
2 also.
Yeah, it's quite high. Is it above or below Exodus Climate Activist?
Hell,
It's not as bad
hell
on
no, because
paper.
it has nice visuals.
It has some nice visuals.
It has nice animations, effects. It's
It
just
does.
the content, like the text bubbles, they animate and the characters like bob up and down and they
Sure.
look nice. But
It's
what
just
comes out of their mouth is
Who do
cringe
you kin? Nagito?
yeah, it's
and
really
wasted opportunity.
it's really
And what I
quippy and
actually with
yeah.
Turnip Boy, because I was expecting it being awful, and it was awful, and it still surprised me at some points how bad it was. I think the ending was a nice surprise because I was not expecting anything from it. So I think I kind of enjoyed the ending with the big upturn and the boss fight.
Okay.
It wasn't that good, but at least I did enjoy that little bit there.
Okay, okay.
If I was to put it on the list, I was gonna say maybe we should shuffle 7 or 8, but because you have it at number 2, I think it needs to be at 5 or 6 at least.
Okay.
But
I
I definitely think it's below because we both gave it ease,
yeah.
and it has visuals and stuff, so it can't go above climate
Okay.
activist.
Uh, I'll say 6. I'll say 6 for now. Um,
Okay.
yeah, we'll put it there. I know you got some stinkers still to come, so we'll put that there.
Yeah.
Momodora, how are you feeling on Momodora?
So I revealed one because we have a join one.
Yeah.
Let's pit Momodora up against another one of yours.
Okay, sure. Let's do my number 10 because I don't think this is gonna be on the list. State of Decay 2. Oh, this is from 2022, and I gave it an E.
It, I had a dream about your
I had a
story.
dream.
Because
Yeah,
I was checking. I think what was happening was I was checking through a video to making sure it was okay, or I was going back while editing one of the Game of the Years to listen to, oh, what did he talk how did he talk about Elden Ring, or how did he do this? I fell asleep, and while I was asleep, I got to the bit in the video where you were telling about the story, how you kept going and you fell off the map,
yeah.
and like you spent like eight zombies spent 10 minutes trying to kill
To
you,
kill myself, yeah, in the game.
AFK, and I had a dream about it, bat for bat. So I actually have experienced this game, and I think it's kind of funny.
I I rewatched the section where I talked about this, and I found it really funny, which is the main reason why I'm bringing this up because this was such a
Yeah.
broken game and a crazy experience. I don't think I played enough to really say it was terrible or anything. Um, but it's
Well, the thing is,
memorable.
it's broken,
It's
and there was
broken.
a Juggernaut edition where it should be fixed. So
Yeah.
I imagine on someone else's list it would be like worse than Pokemon Violet. But we don't have any hatred for this game. It
No.
it's a game. It's supposed to entertain you, and it did entertain us, even though it
In a
was
way,
rubbish,
not intentionally, but yeah.
because it was broken. So I don't think we should have that on the list.
Sure.
And I think I'll put Momodora 1 at 10, if
Sure.
that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I imagine Momodora is probably going to get kicked off because the only thing below it is Turnip Boy, but that's at your number 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I will reveal one next. I want to get juicy.
Oh, juicy time.
I think all of the next ones are going to be juicy. So I'm revealing my number 8, which is still juicy because it's Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania.
I can't. I don't remember. Blitz is the other one, right?
Blitz was the first one. I know they're
Okay.
very similar. I gave this one an E, and it was in 2020. Ooh, sorry, not 24. It was in 2022.
2022. Okay.
And this one was a remake of like the originals. And why it was an E instead of an F is I enjoyed the challenge mode,
Yeah.
because you have to actually think. There was actually some puzzle solving there. You can't jump in this one, so it doesn't give you motion sickness. There were no frustrating boss fights, but then also there were no frustrating boss fights, so it was much less entertaining to rag on and show off. So it was a bit
Yeah.
more sterile, and all of the intro cinematics and stuff were turned into like this little pop-up book thing, which was really disappointing, even for fans of the original games. I expect that was very disappointing. Because you'd expect like a fully polished 3D animated story, but it was basically just like the intro of a Shrek movie, just like turning the page. So I think everybody's disappointed with this game,
Yeah.
and I still hated it. The controls were awful, and it was still very frustrating, but just nowhere near as offensive as the 2019 Banana Blitz. So that's my game.
Okay. My number 9 is LA Noir. It's another
Hmm.
E. Just really disappointing, bland experience. It doesn't feel like a proper detective game. The facial gimmicks were really bad. The whole thing just feels like it's so just open and there's nothing there in the game world. It's very bland. It's aesthetically really cool. I did have some fun with it, but just the disappointment drips off the game. I don't think it makes the bottom 10 list though. I think everything on there currently beats it by quite a bit. What I do want to say though is as well with your pick, if we have this list and we have a Monkey Ball game, I think it's probably it should be Blitz and not Banana Mania. So I don't know if either of these make this
I mean,
on, unless
they're both really, really bad.
they're both really bad. Yeah,
They're
but
both. This one, I was like, do I give it an F? No, I'm gonna give it an E. It's an
should
improvement.
should we only have one Monkey Ball game on the list, or should we have two? Because
No, if
that's
it's bad, it's
how
bad. It's up. I mean, if you don't like there being two Monkey Ball on the list, argue against me, but I'm gonna
I
argue for
think
it to
it.
be on there.
I think it would be really funny if there were two Monkey Ball games on the list.
It sucks. I mean, notice how I haven't played any other ones? I gave it 2
True.
shots.
You gave it two shots. You gave it a
I gave it
second
2
shot
shots.
somehow.
I gave it a second try. Yeah, and it was slightly better.
Where where would you put
So
it?
what's okay? Let's do Monkey Ball first. Monkey
Sure.
Ball. I think it's worse than Turnip Boy because Turnip Boy at
Really?
least has visual appeal.
Okay.
Monkey Ball, it doesn't look good. It's gross. It just looks it just makes you feel weird looking at it because you're a monkey ball going 700 miles per hour and you're tilting the entire world and it's just it's feverish. It's feverish
Mhm.
to look at. So I want it at number 5. What do you think?
I think I'm fine with it swapping with Turnip Boy because Turnip Boy has a legacy. It's like a legacy villain. I
It is a
still
legacy
think
villain.
back on it today. Monkey Ball is as well, but Turnip Boy I think
Not this
does
one.
not this
Not this
one.
monkey ball. But
Um,
yeah, the franchise overall.
this is like the henchman to the actual
Okay.
thing.
So
But I you have Turnip Boy on your list as well. It's
no, no,
probably one
no.
of the
So I want to put it at 5,
yeah
but you have it at 2, and
yeah
so
I see.
for the joint list, I think it should go higher. But I'm just thinking, so let's put that up to 5.
Sure.
Is Black Ops 3 worse than Monkey Ball?
I feel like
No.
Monkey Ball would be higher on your
No.
list. Oh,
Yeah,
but
Monkey
yeah,
Ball is
yours not.
much.
Yeah.
Well, I have it. The thing is, I have it lower here on my list,
Hmm.
but I think now I realize how bad it is. I think
Yeah.
I put Monkey Ball lower down because I was like, I don't want them both to be like next to each other on
Next
the
to each
list 'cause
other.
there was a significant difference. So I think really,
I think it going at 6 is good. I think it fits there like
yeah,
well.
and
So
I'm gonna actually adjust my own list because
sure.
as disappointing as Call of Duty was, I still think I had more fun with it than Monkey Ball. Well,
Yeah.
no, although the campaign was awful, but then Monkey Ball kind of ruined the campaign. I don't know. I'm gonna leave my list as it is.
Sure. I mean that's
It's
fine.
fine.
The
Inconsistency.
the
That we're thinking differently with our own how we
yeah,
organize
the
our own list
bottom
and how we do the
list,
joint list.
how the bottom
Because
list is organized is the more important thing. Anyway.
yeah. Anyway, that doesn't
Yeah.
matter. But what's interesting is I'm gonna argue. I think LA Noir should be on the list
Okay.
because I think it's one of those games that had such a great reception when it first came out,
Yeah.
and then everything I've heard since is like, wow, this game actually really sucks. And
Okay.
I
So
watched a clip of it, and the
hmm.
detective you play is so nasty. It's
Oh, he's
almost hard
really
to watch.
unlikable. He's
It's
super
hard to watch.
unlikable.
Give me something, Velasco, or I'll take you back to the cells and tell the whole station you're a child molester. How long do you think you'll last?
And it's not even that's like what you do. That it's hardly any gameplay, and you'll pick like convict or pressure, and he just throws himself off the wall and he just says the awful things. It's super uncomfortable, so unlikable.
He is,
Momodora
yeah.
1 protagonist was just blank. So
Okay.
I think it should be number 10 on the list.
Okay.
I can get Momodora off there and I want to see LA Noir up there instead.
Interesting. Yeah, thinking about the grander kind of thing, how it relates to video games overall, us making a statement about that could be interesting. Do you want to put it at number 10 or
Well,
do you even want to put it at number 9? Um,
let's put it at number 10 for
number 10.
now.
Okay.
I mean,
We can shuffle later on.
actually, you know what? I have nothing with Sahake Station. If you believe it should go there, it's up to you.
Sure,
I have
sure.
no opinion on Sahate Station. I mean, I've heard what you said. It sounds awful,
Yeah,
but
it's a very
it's one I haven't
personal.
played, and I know about LA Noire from lots of people, lots of reviews. In fact, Sahate Station is reviewed very well on Steam. So
Yeah. Okay.
anyway, yeah, and also LA Noire, it has an open world. For what purpose?
For,
All
for
that
like no
effort for
reason
what?
at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like how you were like it shouldn't be on the list.
Well, you've
And I'm like,
convinced me.
I've got 50p. Fuck you, bastard.
Yeah, this is interesting,
yeah,
I
I know,
guess.
because I'm supposed to be trying to get my games on there, but I think that's only
Uh,
fair that LA Noir's on there.
yeah. Back to me
So,
then.
yeah, you have a go.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going down my bottom rung here.
Okay, fill out
This
the bottom.
one is Your Only Move is Hustle from the 2023 Game of the Year, which I give an E. This is
Mm,
the fighting game that's turn-based, where
mm.
you one by one kind of pick the move that you're doing. And I said some pretty scathing things about it, which I still like kind of stand by, but I also feel like if I played it now, I might realize what it's trying to do. Definitely still not for me. I've also heard that it's updated a lot. And it's got a really flourishing modding scene and people are enjoying it even more. I don't have the same level of, I guess, vitriol or dislike of it as much. I still don't like it, and I did definitely not like it back in 2023. Yeah,
So, my thoughts on this is I don't like fighting games in general. That doesn't mean I don't have fighting games I like. But as a genre overall, that type of fighting game, I'm not a big fan of.
sure, yeah,
And to me, the fact that it was experimental means that I give it a pass. I don't think it should be on the bottom because even if it was
sure.
a failed experiment, like it was trying something new. And actually, it's pretty funny. I recently recommended it to someone.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, they were talking about Expedition 33 and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's like turn-based." Because they love fighting games. They're like, "It's like a turn-based fighting game." And I was like, you know what? There is a turn-based fighting game. It's called Yomi.
Yeah, Yomi
Your
Hustle,
only move
yeah.
is hustle. Yeah, so I mentioned it to someone, not fully recommending it, but yeah, I don't think it deserves to
Yeah,
be on the
yeah,
list.
I completely agree. Yeah, I don't think it should be on. What
Okay.
did you have though that you would
So
expand?
I'm out of my bottom stuff, so we're gonna be going hard. So I'm gonna go for a very recent one. My only one from 2025, and it's a Bleach game,
Oh,
and it's Bleach Immortal Soul, which it's a gacha game, but it is so poorly balanced. It's impossible. It's impossible to progress through like the first 5% of the story, almost. Like if you get 10% of the way through the story, you have to spend money. I don't understand how you would do it any other way. You have to spend money or you have to wait for events to give you stuff. And I believe it was made to catch people up on the story. And so it's a complete failure of a game. Just like Yomi Hustle, aside from this was not experimental whatsoever, it was like a discount version of these other games. Like there's other sort of very small mobile 3D Bleach games, and this one is 2D turn-based. So they scaled back and failed, and it's super unbalanced. And it just makes it seem so greedy
and it's
because it
predatory.
is a gacha game.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. But the good thing is there's like two other alternative games that do exactly the same thing. So this isn't a gatekeeping thing like Momodora 1.
Yeah.
It just has no point. The world would be just slightly better off if it didn't exist, essentially. I want to put it at number 6 because it's pointless. But Banana Mania can be frustrating. And there's alternatives. I don't know. I guess I'm more. I don't know. I guess
Below Banana
to me they're
Mania, maybe?
kind of equivalent, but for some reason Monkey Ball is more offensive because it's a
Okay.
3D game and
So we
has this big fan base.
gonna move
So I
everything
want to put it at
down.
7 and move everything I want to move everything down.
Sure.
How do you feel about Sahate Station getting kicked down?
That's fine. I think it shouldn't. Ultimately, probably shouldn't be on the bottom list because it was made by single dev. There is clear like passion put into it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be too harsh on single devs. And I do think we are sort of being more harsh on the big ones like Pokemon and Call of Duty. And that's why LA Noir's up there. If LA Noir was made by one guy, we wouldn't care that much.
Oh no, it'd be an insane
But
achievement.
it was Rockstar. It was Rockstar.
Full of money
the guys
for no
who made
reason.
table tennis for the PS for Xbox 360.
Some of the reasons why I think LA Noir isn't good is because it had too much money. The facial animations were put like too much on.
They needed like a demo
big.
or like a small project to test this technology out, not an open world game.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is good. This is good so far. We're down to our last 4 each.
Yeah. So I think it's my turn again.
Yeah, your turn to pick again.
I don't know how you're gonna react to this one.
Okay.
And it feels like this game is not as bad as the other games on this list.
Yeah.
But it drove me crazy playing it.
What is this? Why does this exist? This is magic powers!
Like, looking back, I'm like, oh, it probably wasn't that bad. But playing it, it was the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
And it's the freaking Surge.
Okay.
And you played it a little bit, and you're like, Freddy, this isn't too bad. But it wasn't good. And also, I think you got a little bit lucky. And then also, the most frustrating bit is you keep playing and it gets worse.
Yeah.
And you're hoping it gets better, but it gets worse.
So
I went like 3 areas forward than you, and the setting didn't change. You get one shot by stuff. It's so bad. And it's weird because I thought this was like a mixed game. I thought this was maybe going to be a 6 out of 10. I thought it might be like a C, and it ended up being a really low E. Really low. But I see there's effort in. I see the developers have potential. It's not an F, but there's nothing to the story, nothing to the NPCs. The combat is nice, but the game is not. You know, if we took the combat out and put it in a good game, it would be pretty nice. But it's stuck in this mess. It's a mess.
Yeah. I didn't talk about it on the Game of the Year, I think. Maybe like in passing. You talked about it in 2023, right? Even so, it's actually on my list. It's my number 4. Because I
thought you didn't I thought you didn't hate it that much. I thought you
No, I didn't enjoy this. I made a video. It was called Suffering Through the Surge. It wasn't like the worst
I know,
thing
but you were like, oh, Freddy, you're over exaggerating.
I don't think
it is bad, but it's
in my memory, this is really bad.
Okay, but for me, it goes deeper, and I was like,
oh yeah, for sure.
You're still not with me in the pit. You shouldn't come down here.
You dragged me slightly into the pit. I streamed this like I meant to stream it to you, and then you thought I meant to stream it on like Twitch, so I did, which was pretty funny, but it was extremely frustrating for a lot of it.
So
yeah,
on the list, I feel like I gave Exodus an F, and I was just thinking like, the Surge has art direction, even though the levels are bland.
Kind of.
I think the intro level is good. I actually think when I began the game, this is the frustrating bit. I began the game, I'm like, this is a 7 out of 10. This is not bad. It's a little clunky. But then as soon as you finish the starting area, it's just low.
I can't imagine.
This area is a 4 out of 10. This is a 3 out of 10. This is a 2.9 out of 10. This is a 3.5 out of 10. I'm so angry right now. This is so frustrating. I want to give this game an F. Okay, maybe not that bad, but it's a low E. So, and I gave Exodus just a straight up strong F. So I think the Surge should be number 4. Like, where you have it, number 4.
Sure. I'm definitely piggybacking off of your feelings with that, but I felt like the Surge definitely had to be pretty high up on our combined list by the end. Number 4 is good.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. Okay, I think there's nothing else to talk about. I've spoken about the Surge enough. I have it under my coffee table. the pack. I've never done that. I usually respect the physical discs, not with the
Oh,
Surge.
you bought the Surge. How much did you pay for this? Didn't you pay quite a bit, or
It wasn't, no, it wasn't
no?
much.
It
It
wasn't
was
much.
maybe
Okay,
like $8 or something. But
right.
I mean, I bought games that are 16 times better
16
with
times
like
the
a
detail.
dollar. Yeah. You have
Yep.
one middle one.
I want middle. I'm gonna save the middle one. I'm gonna do my three. I'm gonna do Risk of Rain 2 from 2021, which I played on the Switch. I gave an E. It was really not fun. I didn't like it. Last year, I actually played Risk of Rain 2 again on the PC, and it wasn't fun even with friends, and I didn't like it. I thought it sucked. It's just not fun to play. It's really boring. I think even its art direction is quite boring. It's very low detailed, like
Mm.
shapes everywhere, very grindy feeling, very like turn your brain off until the boss, where it just kind of got hard for no reason, seemingly. I refunded it because I really, really didn't enjoy the time I did spend with it. Despite having a friend who's really, really into it, I do not understand it. It is one of the worst things I played. I really didn't like it. That's why it's my number
Hey.
three.
So I noticed that your friend likes it, and I thought that was interesting and wondered if you played with him. So it's good to know
Yeah, I
that.
did. I tried it out.
Um,
Yeah.
I remember when it released. I don't remember when it released, like maybe 2019 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, not
Um,
sure.
but I remember it being one of those games where it's like those like video essayists would have in the background, you
Yeah.
know? And it was
Yeah.
kind of like one of those games like Outer Wilds, Obra Dinn, Risk of Rain, where it's like a journey, and it was just sort of in that sphere of like stylish games that are pretty good, or Slime Rancher. And so it was quite a surprise to hear that it's really bad. And watching gameplay, I do see how it's kind of turned your brain off, and some people are going to be engaged by the simplest of things if it looks nice or they like the
Yeah.
concept. And some people are just going to be like, what's the point? I've not played it myself, so I don't know if it's genuinely bad, but I can understand that it's not a highbrow game. It's very, very lowbrow.
It's one
And
of the
its
just
visuals are clean, but they're not interesting in
they're not
this landscape, you
inspiring.
know.
No.
They're fine, I guess. They're low budget, they're okay.
Yeah.
Um I'm surprised though, because you don't have any Fs on your list. Do you have an F? Is your number one an F?
Maybe.
Maybe? I'm surprised these are all E's. Um, where do you want to put Risk of Rain?
Right. It so I think it can maybe go, where would I put it? It probably should be on the list. I don't really want to boot LA Noir off though, because I really like your reasonings, but
I,
similarly, I
I'm
don't
I'm
know.
fine. Look, we're gonna add more to the list, so I think it is gonna get booted off. But
Yeah.
also, I'm fine. I'm fine. I think Call of Duty can drop a little bit. We can do COD, LA Noire, Pokemon, because like I was saying before, Pokemon doesn't even run well. Call of Duty does. It
Sure.
just sucks.
Sure. Okay. But then LA Noir's gonna jump in on here. Where will I put that? I might put it maybe above Pokemon.
Okay,
So
so let's keep LA Noire at 10.
okay, let's kick COD off
Because I was
then.
I was gonna
Replace
I was
it.
gonna suggest swapping, like putting COD at 10 and then bumping the other two up. But
Yeah.
if you're gonna put something there anyway, let's just get rid
I
of Call
think
of
Risk
Duty
of Rain
first.
2, yeah, can go at 8.
Okay. Okay. Well, Call of Duty, you lasted a good time on the list.
Yeah, I think Call of Duty is a bit maybe boring for the list as well. There's clear issues from you from it,
Well,
but
no, well, yeah, but the thing about it is, people. This is a Call of Duty game that people. Wow, I sounded so American there.
We're American folks.
This is a Call of Duty game where people are like, this is a good one. This
this
is
is
one of
one of
the
the
really
good
good ones.
ones. Dang.
Yeah, people love this one, and they hate Advanced Warfare, and I'm like, Advanced Warfare just is better. It just is. Okay. Bro, we're in the weeds now.
Okay.
The list is about to change. Number 4 is Garfield Kart Fury.
Nah, this has to go on. This is too iconic.
So I don't have the original Garfield Kart, because it was at least stylish
Yeah.
and low budget. But this one, it took them 7 years. It was a remake. They remade it, and the drift button was not fixed. The only levels they added levels, and half of them were desert levels, which there already is an abundance of. It's an Unreal Engine, and so like the style, because the original Garfield Kart looked like the show, this one doesn't. It mixes realistic elements, and they ruin my favorite upgrades, like the spring, and it's so much worse. And they had time to improve it, and they didn't. I talked about the developers might as well have had babies and taught those babies to code. Anyway, Garfield Kart.
How are we feeling? Somewhere in the
Um,
surge.
I mean, I
Below
think Climate
surge.
Activist is worse because it's kind
Yeah,
of harmful with its social commentary.
sure.
Um, I can put it below the Surge because I got way more frustrated at the Surge.
Yeah, I think
The
that's
Garfield Kart Furious Racing is just so pathetic.
yeah.
I don't like using that word, but it is pathetic,
I think that's a
unfortunately.
good spot between the surge and Turnip Boy. Yeah.
So, do you want it to be number 4 or number 5? Are we bumping things up, or are we going to knock LA Noir off the list now?
I think we gotta knock LA Noir off.
You have your top 1. I have my top 2 still to go.
Yeah.
So, let's put Garfield Kart there. So, it's my turn to reveal
Your turn
again?
to reveal, yeah.
All right. We're going to go for number 2.
Número 2.
Is there anybody in here?
Number 2. Okay.
It's our old friend. It's the OG. It is mad respect for Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz
Yep.
being our first F tier, I believe. And you look, I know that I showed you clips of this game. It's feverish. And whatever you're gonna say, whatever you're gonna reveal,
Sure.
just straight up, Monkey Ball makes you feel sick, gives you motion sickness.
This game made me
And
feel
it's
sick,
hard.
yo.
And you have to replay it. You have to push through whatever your stomach is doing to actually play it. Okay, what game would you like to reveal?
Okay. I'm gonna reveal
Number 6. What could it be?
I'm gonna reveal.
Oh, I know what number 1 is.
I'm gonna reveal my number 1 now.
No! Why now? I
Why
thought we
now?
were versus
Because
number
I'm gonna
1.
save 6. My number
Why do you
1.
want to say 6? Is
You'll
this something I like?
You'll see. Silent Hill Homecoming is a game with combat. It's combat focused Silent Hill. This game is the worst game I've ever played. I have a stream series of this. You can see me deteriorate in real time while my friends laugh at me. Everything is wrong with the PC port of Silent Hill Homecoming possible. I think this might be my only ever F tier. I'm not sure I've ever given another game an F tier.
Yeah.
I did try to look. There's so much wrong. Just like not even on a like I like Silent Hill. This game is bastardizing elements of Silent Hill. Gameplay wise, this game is broken. I couldn't finish this game because of game breaking bugs. There was a bug like I want to say 2/3 of the way through the game where my guns stopped dealing damage. How does that happen in a game?
I don't know, man. The knife was pretty decent, though.
The knife is the best
Using
weapon in
fire
the
on the
game.
knife.
The spin attack on the knife. There's a spin attack in a Silent Hill game.
I do love that because he's supposed
It's-
to be like a military man and he's doing these like goofy spin pirouettes,
spin
but then you
moves.
find out like he's not actually in the military, so
Yeah.
it's kind of I don't know if it's clever foreshadowing, but it is funny.
No, it's not. Some of the highlights of this game, like some of the art direction's okay. I'm not actually a big fan of the bosses, which people seem to like visually anyway. Some of the bosses, like gameplay wise, also suck.
I think so when I'm watching it, there were some points where I was like, I kind of want to play this, and I see how bad it is. I think I think you're right to give it an F, and I think it's a low F. But still, there's something about the aesthetic and the yellow, kind of the gray dinginess in the yellow. Like, if I watched a trailer of it, I would be like, I see an appeal, I want to play it. But the problem is, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work. It was horrible to play. It has multiple game-breaking glitches. Thankfully, I had someone who knew about some of the really bad ones that could just delete saves, corrupt saves as well. So bear in mind those exist. You also have to take in mind that I really love Silent Hill, at least some of the games, and conceptually, and this is like the bottom. Of the pit of Silent Hill. It's so like
Okay.
antithetical to me of what Silent Hill is. I really dislike this. This is my benchmark for the worst game. If we're talking about an F tier game, I will compare it to Silent Hill Homecoming. If I'm talking about any bad game, I'll compare it to Silent Hill Homecoming.
Okay.
It's something all my friends will also relate to me with. Like they'll know
Oh yeah.
about this game. This is my like villain
So
game.
I agree with you. I want Silent Hill Homecoming to be very high because I saw how bad it
Definitely.
was. I saw how much you
Yeah.
went through. I watched I think I watched all of the whole stream. I watched your whole playthrough. I wasn't there live for all of it,
Yeah.
but I pretty much saw all of it. I remember some of the concept of the bosses. I remember some of the enemy designs visually were kind of cool. But like those guys on all fours with like the blade
No, I'm
legs,
remembering those
how
now. No, this needs
frustrating
to go
were they?
low. They will. No, I'm having PTSD. This.
Uh,
Oh,
look, Caleb,
I just
Caleb, I know
remember.
it's bad. I know it's bad, okay? But Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz
Mhm.
is the most frustrating game I've ever played, just like Silent Hill. For me, it's the most frustrating ever,
Yeah.
and it made me feel sick. I
Okay.
had to pass the controller to my friend to cover for me while I went to the back of the room and opened a window because it gives you motion sickness. It's the only game that's ever given me motion sickness. The mini games suck. They mess up golf. They can't do golf. They can't do mini games. The bosses are horrendous. They are gross. There's the designs are wacky. The gameplay's awful. There's frustrating sound clips. There's screeching. I showed you like the
This.
walrus with the big boobs
All of
that you
this
gotta punch in
feels like it could be applied to Homecoming as well, which I think is really
Yeah,
funny.
so I'm saying I think these things are neck and neck.
Yeah.
I think Super Monkey Ball is just as look. I gave you Homecoming an F minus. I want to give Monkey Ball an F minus. Um, these are just as bad.
Yeah.
What do you think? Can
So
you relate to me with Monkey Ball?
I have played some Monkey Ball before, and I do not like the gameplay. The fact that it's really
You,
bad and also physically like
you can't even walk down a straight path. You can't jump without feeling like
mm,
something's wrong. At least Silent Hill Homecoming, the character can walk, and it's not. Can you imagine if when you walk in Homecoming, it's frustrating or makes you feel gross?
I mean some sure. I guess the
There,
combat it would
there's
be the
no
analog
gameplay that
there.
feels fine. There's no gameplay that's passable.
Mm.
It's all got this coating of this looks bad, this feels bad, this is gross.
I would, yeah. I'd also say that for Homecoming. I do think though I don't mind um, Banana Blitz going above Homecoming because it is also emblematic of like the worst of our game of the years. That monkey is evil
Yeah.
in my mind
I'm
because of how you've talked about it.
I'm
These,
un the weird thing is I'm uncertain because I think these games are neck and neck, but we're not doing a joint position. We have to pick one.
yeah, we have to pick one.
And I mean, think about this. There's Kiryu is in this game
Oh no,
from Yakuza.
and that's
He's
cool.
hostage in this
He's
game.
held hostage.
You can play him and the bananas turn into medicine bottles or something.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
you can unlock Sonic, but it's only if you beat the entire game. And then also the bosses, which were the only thing that was pushing me and my friend through. What is the next horrendous boss? Like, what's it gonna look like? How bad is it? How much are we gonna laugh at just how rubbish this game is? you don't even get the satisfaction of pushing through this game and beating it, because there's like 5 worlds, and sometimes we would spend like over an hour trying to beat a boss. They were
Ooh.
crazy difficult. And then you get to world 5, you finally beat that 5th boss, and then the next 3 worlds, before you unlock Sonic, before you get to the credits, there's no bosses. They ran out.
The first time I ran out of radishes?
They ran out.
They ran out of bosses. Did Silent Hill Homecoming run out of bosses?
So I'm not gonna
Halfway through the game?
directly try to combat what you're saying, but I think it's also funny that you don't get the satisfaction of finishing Silent Hill Homecoming either, because you can't.
You know.
Or at least
That's
I
true.
couldn't. I literally
Also,
I tried
that
so many
cutscene you were
times.
stuck on was so gross, I couldn't watch it.
Yeah, with the drill to your eye.
But that
like,
actually made me feel a little sick too.
I
But
had
that
to
was
watch
only
that
one
over and
cutscene
over.
instead of literally the only locomotion in the game.
Okay, these two need to go on the list.
Yeah, I feel like we're feeling like Monkey Ball might have the edge.
I'm fine with Monkey Ball having the edge. I think we can put for now we can put Monkey Ball at 1 and Silent Hill Homecoming at 2.
Yeah, you have the honors. I want you to put Silent Hill Homecoming.
Yeah, this is my like.
So these are very much tied. Nothing. I don't think anything's going between these. Or maybe I don't think so.
We'll see. Okay.
Okay. Well, shake on that, Caleb. Thank you.
Yep.
I was thinking maybe you'd come in and just be like, no, Silent Hill Homecoming is number 1. It's the worst. It's the worst.
Okay.
Like, I thought you were going to be very stubborn on that, but I'm glad you couldn't see that Monkey Ball is just as bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. With how you talk about it.
And the thing about it, you do like Silent Hill, so it is more disappointing. But then also, there's so many good Silent Hill games.
True. Are you saying there's no
With
good Monkey Ball games?
No, there's like some good, like the old ones are reviewed well, like they're decent games, they're good games, but Silent Hill has some excellent games, and so many of them.
Yeah, true.
This one is, the fans have been waiting for like a decade and a half for this, and it was this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, at
that's
least
a good
Silent Hill
point.
has all those other ones, like releasing every few years.
I mean, mainly okay. In 2025 we had a good one again, so at least we got that. But there was a period where Homecoming was in where.
What was that one with the shark with the blue cover that was released around the same time as Homecoming?
I think it was a bit before Shattered Memories. I think is actually good.
Yeah, you got ones like that from the same era.
Yeah, you got one.
Okay. So it's your turn to reveal number 6.
It is. I'm excited for these next 2 because in my head, I'm not sure I know what yours is. You've ticked off.
You don't know what mine is.
I can't think of it. I'm probably going to be like, and I also
know... you are, because this is a game that you don't want to remember. So
okay,
I forget about it often. I often forget that it exists because my brain doesn't want it to accept the reality that it exists.
Mine is a weird one. Okay.
I'm so interested because you were so against revealing this. You really wanted this to be
my
the last
number
one.
6 on this list.
It's going to be something I love, isn't it?
Which is from 2021.
Oh my goodness. Back then?
Which we gave an A tier.
Divinity no! Divinity!
Not in the mood for cheese.
Yeah.
This is
it's not on the list, Caleb.
It's the biggest fall from grace we've had.
Do you know what is so funny? Divinity Original Sin was the first A tier. Your first A tier was this game.
And look how the tables have turned.
How do you feel about that? That's your Trenton's first ever A tier.
And I was wrong, kind of. I mean,
we both were wrong. Okay. And it popped up year after year. We were like,
it's like best friend game.
Ooh, best friend game next year. The other year, we were like, ooh, not so great. And then we're like, this sucks.
This sucks. Yeah.
So the thing about Divinity, I don't know what sort of argument you're gonna have,
Right.
but it was good for the first like 25 hours.
True.
We didn't finish the
Yeah.
game, but we had a lot of time with it. I know a lot of it was kind of a bit in the weeds with like all the items and stuff, but the combinations, Tismuth,
The
it was
characters,
great.
yeah, we
I'm
made.
surprised it's at number 6. I feel like that's almost a joke. I
So,
understand if it was like an honorable mention or if it was like with LA Noire maybe,
yeah.
but I remember some frustrating encounters, but I also think we had a lot of fun.
So, I think for me, um, Divinity Original Sin, it's a weird one, but it's very important, I think, to us together and for the game of the year because it's been around quite a lot. It's been mentioned quite a lot.
Yeah.
But I didn't really feel comfortable putting it on the top 10 list on my side. I don't think it would end up there just because of how big a fall from grace it had for us. So the
It,
alternative is putting it here. I could have honorable
I mean,
mentioned it.
you have like 12, you have like a dozen S tiers or like 14
Yeah,
S's, so it was never gonna make the list ever, and it's not making my list either. For me, it's not in the bottom, it's not in the top. It's was something that I thought might come to the bottom of the games throughout the years. I remember playing it. I remember I was in the forest and I had some Wi-Fi and a table and my
that
laptop,
was good. Yeah,
and yeah, but
forest gaming.
it was fun time spent together. But the game was genuinely good for a while.
It was, yeah.
I remember you teleporting me around and setting off like those gas bombs and whatever. The balancing was kind of awful, but it was pretty funny that you were just so much stronger. My bow sucked, but it made me rely on my spider summon. So I remember good times with this game, and the fact that we were enjoying it so little, so suddenly, or maybe not so suddenly, but we dropped it. So we didn't get all that frustrating pushing through might have given us. So I think we had our fun, and then it just got so stale and boring and we left it. So I think overall I would still consider it like a C or like a D. And notice, even on your list, it's E's.
Yeah, it's
There's
ease.
there's no, there's no C's on there. There's no D's. D's?
These nuts.
So I don't think it deserves to be on the list.
No, I agree with you. I mainly wanted to bring it up because of like it needs to be brought up. I feel in this fifth year quinquennial, it should be talked about. I guess the last thing that
Well,
happened was the end and the dip for us. But you actually talking about it I don't know, it brought back some better memories of the earlier game. It shouldn't be on
yeah,
the list, but it should be mentioned.
yeah. Maybe you should change your list. Maybe you should put it at number 10. Or
Yeah, it
I don't know.
probably should be lower down in all honesty, thinking about it, but
Oops. Okay, well, I have one game to reveal.
yeah, what's your number one? What is this?
Come on, what is it? You know it.
Leave me alone!
There's an F tier game that's above Monkey Ball, that's above Garfield Kart, above Climate Activist. I can't think of this.
Bro, it's Balan's Wonderland.
Oh, of course. Oh no,
Bro.
I blocked this game from my memory.
That's what I said. That's what you have to do. I told you about this. So
Yuji
I kind of
Naka.
lied because,
They
well, I
locked
didn't
him up for
lie.
this game.
It was blocked from my memory, but there's another game that makes you feel sick from locomotion. Only in the beginning level, though.
Right.
Because it has a warped horizon effect where instead of it going over the horizon goes over and up. It goes upwards, so it's like you're in the middle of a ball, but it's an infinitely big ball. Why the hell would you spend time working on that effect when it makes your players just feel sick? It is, even the name is bad. At least Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz sounds cool. Balan's Wonder World?
It's not Balan's Wonderland, right?
Every single time I say Balan's Wonderland, and I'm like,
wait,
why does that sound good? Oh yeah, it's because it's Balan's Wonderworld. The cutscenes are hilarious, they're memes, but they do not push me through. They are kind of funny, but it's only because it's the only spark in this game. I can't even rant about it. I can't even rant about it. I can't even begin to open the vestige of this game and how bad it is to the design. I can't get into it because it's too bad. It's a complete joke. It's a mess. It should have never seen the light of day. It makes no sense. The power-ups are so contradictory, so rubbish. If I even begin, it's not going to stop. They do nothing for you. They make everything worse. There's no design coherency. They do the bare minimum. There's some that do exactly the same thing. There's some you get later that do worse. It's just no good. And it's even the cutscenes. It's the only thing with polish. And I just say, why did you waste more money on this?
Yeah.
This could have just been a financial failure, and you decided, let's put some effort in and make it even more of a financial failure.
Right.
I could rant, but I
Yeah,
don't
you
want to.
could, yeah.
It's
Right, we need to
not helpful.
We need to rank
It's not
it.
helpful.
Um,
It has to be number one.
Okay. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I think I'm going to push Risk of Rain 2 off the list.
Okay.
Over Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I think a part of Risk of Rain 2 is it isn't a game for me, and I know a lot of people do like it. I don't want to neg on it too much. So I think cutting it there. I think Pokemon should be on the list at the bottom because it has popped up a few times.
I mean, I gave it a C,
Yeah.
but also I enjoyed my time with it, but it's I don't know. It's like saying, "Oh, I enjoyed." I like it's like eating like stale, something's really stale and rubbish, and it's like, well, it gave me calories.
Stale bread, yeah. Bad stale bread.
I mean, I don't mind if it gets bumped off the list,
Right.
honestly.
I also I have, I guess, issues, or I have alternate proposition, or at least some reasons why I don't think about Balan should be number one. I know it's really, really bad, a comically bad game. I think Monkey Ball and Silent Hill Homecoming are more of our bottom games. At least to me, they come up in my head.
The only reason you say that is because no, I'm interrupting you here.
Sure.
I'm being rude because the reason why it isn't is because I don't want to bring up this game. I love making fun of Monkey Ball. We love making fun of Silent Hill Homecoming. Yeah. I don't want to think about Balan. I don't want to. When we talk about it, it's miserable. I don't get any enjoyment about ranting at it. When I ranted at it in 2023, I felt awful. It's not even fun to talk, like the State of Decay 2.
Yeah.
We didn't put that on the list because even though it's completely broken, like Balan's Wonderworld, it was fun to talk about. Balan is not. That's why it's not iconic. Because it's that bad.
I do find it kind of fun to listen to people talk about it, to be honest, including you. But I just don't feel like it has the source like the other two. Like there is a factor to those.
If you haven't played the game, then it might be fun to hear people talk about it. But if you've played about it, it just brings you despair. You haven't played it, Caleb.
I have.
You have not played it. It doesn't. No, that does not count. It does not count for this game.
Okay? This needs to be a joint thing, though.
Okay, I agree with you on that, but I'm arguing for my game being number one. Okay, and this is how I'm doing it.
Above like Monkey Ball, really? I don't know. The golf doesn't sound that big to me.
I questioned that. And I was like, really? And now I'm talking about Balan? Yeah. Yes. I would not. My bottom 10 list, I'm not swapping Super Monkey Ball, Banana Blitz with Balan's Wonderland. In no world would I do that. And I both had someone there. I had a support person. For Super Monkey Ball, it was to stop you getting sick. For Balan, it was to stop you from getting mentally unwell. I had to have my sister there. I refused to play without someone with me
Hmm.
for my own safety.
The same with me
It,
for Homecoming. I had a whole stream team with me.
yeah, you streamed it, yeah. So they're all in the same tier of low F tier.
Like you can't touch
Um,
these without other people present, or you'll
but
die.
Balan just is not entertaining, and having an iconic bottom number one in the last 5 years, that might be fun to have. Hey, Super Monkey Ball is our worst one, but that's fun. This is games. These are supposed to be fun. Balan is not fun. It's a
Okay.
hideous thing. It should be at the bottom of the list, buried. Okay?
Okay. Sure.
That's my
I don't think I'm
argument.
changing your opinion on it. And I think
I,
it's
I'm
bad
su-
enough.
I'm surprised how strong I feel. I thought we could talk about this. I thought maybe it might go at number three. But now I'm thinking about it and I'm digging up those memories. I feel so strongly about it, and I'm surprised myself. And you couldn't even remember it. I knew what your worst one was, Silent Hill Homecoming.
Oh yeah.
Classic. Classic joke. Balan's Wonderworld? We don't want to think about that. We don't want to think about that.
Sure. You can bury it at the bottom then. I think it fits
Thank
that
you.
well.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you giving in because I was also thinking I was also skeptical, but yeah, when you get that's why I said when you get going, you can't
You
stop.
can't stop.
And I think that's it.
Okay, so do we want to change anything here? Does this list look right?
I'm questioning Pokemon Violet
Okay.
because as much as I has a problem with it, you were like, "Are you sure you don't want to give it a D?" And I'm like, "I'm giving it a low C because I I enjoyed maybe 20% of my time. Maybe 50% I was kind of okay, and then 30% I really didn't like it, but I still had some enjoyment. There's still something there, even though it should be held to a high regard. We have 220 games we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Is it really number 10?
Is it
I
really
don't
number
think so.
10? Okay. Fair, fair. What would we put there instead, though?
So I have on my list we have Black Ops 3, which is we were kind of debating on that,
Yeah.
which one's worse. Momodora 1, I don't believe needs the extra hate. For your list, Risk of Rain,
Yeah, Risk of Rain could come
Salate
back.
Station.
I think
Let's put Risk of Rain up there.
the
Let's do that.
the thing with this though is I feel like Pokemon, a bit like LA Noire, is one of these bigger games where it's not just a bottom as in this is bad or I disliked it or had a bad time, but there's a
But there's something
disappointment.
to Pokemon. There's still some improvements they made, even though I don't and I think there's
I guess
nice
you did
design.
finish it all, right?
I mean, I finished it. I
Okay.
put 70 hours into it. Could you do that for LA Noire? Could you spend 70 hours like that? I didn't get insanely
No.
mad. There was definitely times I wasn't having much fun,
Okay.
but I still thought it was worth it at least
Okay. I think okay,
to
we could
see
take it
it.
off. I do think a bigger thing should be on here, which either probably Call of Duty or maybe LA Noire should come back. I really don't like Risk of Rain though, too.
I think these are our candidates. Risk of Rain 2. I don't have much opinion on that, but I'll
Sure.
back you up if you want it at number 10. LA Noire is waste of money, doesn't have much going for it. It's just unpleasant. Black Ops 3 is a very expensive game again. Everybody says it's awesome. It's not. It sucks
It's
really
not.
bad. And people dog on Call of Duty, but they don't dog on this one. Why not? This one
Okay.
deserves more hate. This one probably deserves more hate than definitely like Ghosts, than Advanced Warfare. Definitely, it deserves more hate than Infinite Warfare. Probably all those combined. Like it's the campaign is actually atrocious, and one of the major modes is a remix of the campaign. How tone deaf is that? The gameplay just isn't good. The guns don't feel nice. They feel like toys. Black Ops is all about the zombies mode, man. There's only one map. And I've played other maps because I play more Black Ops 3. My friends have the DLC packs. Guess what? $50 if you actually want the other maps. And I made fun of Advanced Warfare for not having zombies at all, but it actually had a really good mode in place of that, a really good co-op mode in place of that.
Yeah.
The only kind of decent co-op mode this game has is a twin stick arcade shooter that is very basic but novel, which is the Black Ops Arcade. Yeah, I think it's crazy
Maybe we
that
put
there's
that
so
on there
many modes
then.
in this game. Yeah, there's so many modes in this game, and like the only ones that are passable are like the two cheapest, quickest ones to make. So it's just such a bad use of money,
Yeah,
and
I think we should throw
it
that
doesn't get
down.
any hate. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm good with it there.
there
Yeah, I
you go.
think. Okay. I think
Yeah.
I'm pretty good with the list, to be honest.
Okay. Let's read it out then.
Okay.
So let's read it out, but we read it out if it's our game.
Sure.
And we'll say the surge together.
Sure.
Our bottom 10 games for the last 5 years out of 220 games, the bottom, what is that, 5% of games? 4.5% is at number 10, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. At number 9, Bleach Immortal Soul. At number 8, Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania.
At number 7, Turnip Boy commits
7,
tax
Turnip Boy
evasion.
commits tax evasion. At number 6, Garfield Kart Furious Racing.
At
At
number
number
5,
5,
The
The
Surge.
Surge. At number 4, Exodus Climate Activist.
At number 3, Silent Hill Homecoming.
At number 2, Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz. And at number 1, we shall not speak its name, but we will right now, Balan's Wonderworld. And Caleb, you only have one game on there. That's not on my list.
Yeah. It's a doozy. It's real bad.
So there's 2 games we share, 1 game that's yours, and 7 games that are solely mine. I dominated way more than I.
Yeah, I mean, no, I think that's just how
But-
it shakes out in the end.
Yeah, but we're happy with that. You don't think
I'm
we
happy
should put
with
Risk
that.
of Rain up instead?
I'm happy with that. I think Risk of Rain can stay off the list. You know what? It can stay off the list.
Okay. And LA Noir, are you sure you don't want it
Yeah,
there?
I think it's got some really good music. If that saves it from being at the bottom of the list, so be it.
Music's pretty good. I don't think I mean, yeah, Black Ops.
I don't
It
like.
doesn't really have
Call of
anything
Duty.
redeeming. It just has stuff that it is okay.
Hmm.
I feel there's nothing I really enjoy in Black Ops 3. Okay, so we did it, and
did it.
I think that was fair,
Yep.
and it really skewed towards me, but I don't think I was pushy or anything. So that's the first half of the. There we go, definitively. Balan's Wonderland World came out on bottom. Tough competition though from Silent Hill Homecoming and Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz.
Absolutely, yeah. Some old timers.
Climate Activist is sort of like that buffer zone of just trash, and then everything above it at least has something going for it.
And now we move on to our top games and our top 10 list of all time, the quinquennial top 10 list. First off, we have our honorable mentions, the games that narrowly missed out on joining our lists. So,
I
Fred,
think as I dominated the bottom 10, the realm of top 10 is yours. You play pretty good games. I think you should begin on this one.
okay, right. My honorable mention is from 2021, I believe, and it is Ned and the Secret Rings. Really good game. Really good collectathon.
You know, I have actually played this, and I didn't quite get it. It didn't hit me.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hit everyone. It's a really niche kind of game.
Yeah, and actually, speaking of Ned and the Secret Wings, I forgot. I was gonna change the Surge instead of the Surge. I was gonna put Near Automata.
That would have been really rough.
Yeah. Anyway, what's your honorable mention?
So my actual honorable mention is Dot Hack Infection from 2025.
Nice.
First one in the series. I feel like out of the 4 games, I need to play the other 3 still. I really, really, really enjoyed it, but I feel like the Dot Hack series still has time to shine. So it's gonna stay off my top 10. What's yours?
Okay.
What's your actual one?
I'm interested because I think you probably have enough S tiers to fill everything out, but the Dot Hack was an A tier, I
It
believe.
was, yeah. Only because the
Yeah.
same reasoning. Like, I haven't played the other 4 games, so I'm not like it could.
It's
go
kind of
up.
like the opposite of Momodora 1, like it. I don't know, man. Anyway, my honorable mention is Knights of the Old Republic.
Yay!
So I had the same reasoning, but opposite is yeah, I knew you weren't gonna have it on the list, so I put it as my honorable mention, and you put it as your dishonorable mention.
That's kind of what I thought as well. I thought you'd put it on your honorable, so it'd be funny if I did a dishonorable.
Yeah, well,
one.
there you go. You predicted me. That's exactly what happened. So yeah, I enjoy it, and I think I'm gonna replay it, and I think I'm gonna enjoy it again. But I'll give it another go. I find it unfortunate because I really thought Caleb would enjoy it, but that's fine. Okay, I'm going to start with a classic, and it's one I've never actually properly, really, kind of had on my list.
Okay.
I
What?
kind of had it on my list. I mean, I actually did have it on my list in 2021,
Yeah.
but I felt weird about putting it there because it's been such a long-term game. But in these last 5 years, I've probably played the least amount of this game in the last 12 years, but I still played a bunch of it, and it's still one of my favorite games. And it's TF2 and number 7.
Thought so. Yeah.
And this is yeah, I mean, it's a game I consider it's my favorite multiplayer game. It's my favorite shooter game, and it had a big bot crisis a few years ago. But for the last 3 years, it's been very manageable. I've had great times on this game. I've been playing it with my brother again last year. I've been playing it recently, and it's just an excellent game. And I would have probably put it at like number 3 or 4, but because we're talking about the last 5 years, it's definitely not this decade's game. It's like my top game of like the 2010s. But in the 2020s, first half of 2020s, I still consider it in some of my top games.
Yeah, TF2 very important to you. I played some TF2 in the last 5 years for sure and had a bunch of fun. Not like one of my favorite games ever, but I do enjoy it. I think I'm going to do this literal same thing as you. I'm going to bring up a game that was on the list and was lower down initially. It's one of the few non-S's out of my 10.
Not Guilty Gear then.
No, it is Guilty Gear. From 2022, Strive. I give it a B initially. And ever since, I've given it the honorable mention. So Strive is there. It is an S tier game for me now, but back then it was only a B.
Oh, yeah. Well, so I gave mine an A.
Hmm.
It is an S game, but because there was at the time there was a bot issue,
Yeah.
I gave it an A because official servers can be difficult, but community servers were still fine. Yeah.
I think
So both games that we consider S's, but for our actual lists, which that's what we're pulling from. We're not pulling from every game in the last 5 years. We're pulling from our lists.
Yeah.
Respectively, A and B.
Yeah.
So where are you thinking on the list? Because
This
I
is
played some
hard.
Guilty Gear Strive last year, just a tiny little bit, and it's super stylish. I absolutely
absolutely.
understand how somebody can really be into it. It's not my type of game though. It just isn't. And I played against somebody who's really, really good at it. So, and he didn't pull any punches, so it was not fun.
I on the thing with Strive as well, it visually looks great. It's interesting because it's gradually kind of gotten better and better for me, and I'm still playing it. Out of the
Mhm.
current kind of fighting game lineup of things that are doing well, that people are playing, Strive is still up there, and it's one of the oldest kind of new gen fighting games, I guess, that's being played. So you have your Street
Yeah.
Fighter 6 and Tekken 8, which have come out after Street Fighter, and Strive is still holding strong against them, really, player
Yeah.
base wise. Minus Street Fighter is high above everyone else,
Yeah.
but yeah, and I've just
Speaking of
continuously
which,
played this. The same with TF2. That I think they're very similar games
I was
in
going to say,
a
speaking of which,
yeah
TF2 has persevered
so
through a bot
much
crisis too,
yeah
and it's persevered for 19 years.
yeah true
19.
mm.
And so many hero shooters have come out.
Yep,
Overwatch came out,
yep. Do you know what?
which was super popular, and people were like, people are gonna move from Overwatch, from TF2 to Overwatch. Some of them did, and look what happened. Overwatch literally does not exist anymore. It does not exist. You can't play it. Even if you owned it, it got taken away from you. Overwatch 2 is here now. And people enjoy that, but
I guess yeah.
people don't feel
It's a bit of a
great
mess.
about it. They don't feel great about it. TF2 has a lot of long-term fans have moved away from it because you can only play a game for so many years,
Yep.
decades. But TF2 is still getting new players. It's free. It's super popular. Maybe there is some issues with the loot boxes and the lack of updates, but there are still bug fixes going on after 19 years. There's still seasonal updates that are just by the books, nothing really new, but the Halloween event still runs, the Christmas event still runs, new skins are still added. It's not a lot, but it still is getting some support after 19 years.
Yeah.
Maybe Guilty Gear Strive would see that also.
It has actually. It's getting a 2.0 update at some
Right,
point,
but I'm
probably
saying
this year.
after 19
After
years, will it
maybe
still see
maybe
that?
not after 19 years, yeah. But
No.
yeah.
So I think they're both great games. They're both stylish. TF2 has been starting to see some problems,
Yeah.
waning under the code and the
Makes sense.
cosmetics added, but also it's Guilty Gear Strive has seen 4 years on this earth. It's been being played for
I think a bit
almost
longer
4
than
years.
that, maybe. But yeah, something like that.
Yeah, oh yeah, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
TF2 is 4 times older and it's
It
still
is.
enduring. So
Yeah.
I think these should be on the list, kind of lowish.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
I would say TF2 is just above Guilty Gear Strive. So do you want to do 9 and 10?
Yeah. I think I can agree with that. I played enough TF2 to know how important it is to you and how long it's left. We both really enjoy it.
Yeah,
At
it's still
one
one of the
point,
most played games on Steam.
a similar point, maybe comparison I wanted to bring up is there are probably people you have befriended through TF2 or you associate
yeah.
with TF2 you played. Same with me and Strive. I'm still playing with people. Friendships have been kind of built around this game. Both of these games, they're both very important to us.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think them going at the bottom for now fits well.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Okay.
you've played TF2. I've tried Strive and it's not my thing, but I
Yeah.
still respect it and think they should be next to each other.
We're gonna take a trip to the Shadow Tower, FromSoft's PS1 game they did after King's Field 3. I really love Shadow Tower. One of my 2024 S's. That year was amazing, and you'll see why. This
All
is
the other games on this list of 2024, I know.
yeah. There's gonna be a few spoilers, I guess. The this game represents the dungeon crawlers. I love dungeon crawler games. I love dungeony games. This is one of
He
the
is a
best
dungeon
ones.
crawler.
I am a dungeon crawler.
You are a dungeon lover.
The dungeon lovers unite. Dungeon lovers, let's go.
I'm right.
This game is also just like crazy for being a PS1 game. It looks and sounds so good. They just really sucked the juice out of that console. They managed to harness its raw power to make this game a really, really cool game. Highly recommend people play Shadow Tower for the PS1. Does it go up against TF2 and Guilty Gear Strive though? That's really kind of the question here. I'm not sure it does, as much as I love the dungeons, and the dungeons have been a part of our Game of the Year for the last couple of years. I don't think it reaches. There's some special qualities to TF2 and Guilty Gear Strive that I don't think it quite matches up to.
There's definitely it's very hard to come up against a game that has so much history and community.
Yeah.
Shadow Tower definitely seems interesting, and I played a little bit of Kingsfield 2, and I've really been wanting to get into the dungeon crawlers alongside you. It's just I've been going for other games instead, but I really enjoyed Kingsfield 2.
Yep.
And so I definitely hearing an S of the same type of thing, but with a darker tone, I really want to play it. So I would not be opposed if you wanted to put it on the list.
Do you want to maybe move these two up and put it at the bottom then?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, let's do that.
So I'm gonna go for my number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5, syringe needle sandwich.
And this is another weird one. I'm starting with my weird ones.
Okay.
And this came from the worst year for games I had, 2023.
Yeah.
And it's Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
Okay.
Just Mass Effect 1 Remaster.
But just Mass Effect 1.
Yeah, so not the trilogy, just Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I love Mass Effect 1. It is I mean, it was my favorite game when I first played it, but it was also like one of the first proper RPGs, the first like big boy game I played.
Big boy.
And I loved it, and it really introduced me to like RPGs and sort of that kind of style of dialogue choices, and introduced me to it led to me playing games like Fallout 3 and New Vegas, and finishing the trilogy. And I love this trilogy. I think it's great. Mass Effect 1, I consider them all good, and I have a lot of nostalgia for Mass Effect 1. Going back, it definitely was not as good as I remember it being, which is what I expected, because it was my first big game, you know?
Yeah.
It's like when you're 12 years old and you play Fallout 3, you think it's the best game ever, and then you come back
Absolutely.
when you're like our age, you know, like 27, and you realize it's good, but just not, it has a lot of issues. But you just don't know that at the time. And so going back, I really, really enjoyed it. I love this game, but I still came to the realization it was confirmed it isn't as good as I remember, but I expected that. And I gave it an A tier. And it was sort of this really enjoyable experience, going back to something in a year which kind of sucked for games. So I have it at number 5.
Okay. Do we want to do that one on its own then? I kind of have a good companion to this one though.
Yeah, go on. Do a companion.
It's my number 6 actually. It's also
interesting.
A game I have nostalgia for, and it's like a re-edition. It's Dark Souls Remastered. So it's a game I had nostalgia for and came back, but my takeaway from it was enhanced because I played the DLC and I did a bow only run, which was one of the highlights of that year in 2023. Really, really fun. It's Dark Souls, great world design, really iconic bosses, armors, enemies, everything. Playing it bow only was a really fun challenge that made me think outside the box and go do all these things in different orders. Really just satisfying, taking out a lot of the different bosses. Finding Artorias for the first time with only a bow was very difficult, but really fun. And then you also have you've played Dark Souls as well. 1. I have also played Mass Effect 1 as well. I haven't finished it, but I have played it.
This is a good comparison. I remember kind of going off Dark Souls 1 because I really loved it. Super excited. First, first, this is where it's gonna get long because I want to talk about this.
Sure.
First heard of Dark Souls when Dark Souls 3 was coming out. And I remember watching the PewDiePie video. I was like, what's Dark Souls 3? And he's like, if you're a Dark Souls fan, you know what today is. And I was just like, people love this game that much? What's it about? And the idea of having a really challenging game, especially in that time period where a lot of people were kind of feeling like, oh, these games are getting more and more sort of mass market. Having a game like Dark Souls that challenges you was just such a cool idea, especially as like a teenager. Like, yeah, I want to play a hard game, but not one like an NES, like one that is fair and challenging. And I fell in love with Dark Souls, and eventually I kind of got a little bored of it because I played a bunch of it, and I did a bunch of challenge runs just like you.
Yeah.
And I played Dark Souls 2, and I was like, I love this way more than the first one. And I played Bloodborne, and I'm like, this is better than the first one. And over time, I fell off Bloodborne a bit. I still prefer Dark Souls 2, but Dark Souls 1, I've sort of have started wanting to want to replay again. And I think this world building and the design, the layout, and the story are excellent in Dark Souls, even if the gameplay doesn't hold up, in my opinion, to the other ones. I think Dark Souls is better than Mass Effect, and they both have had big influences on gaming, and they are both remasters, so it's a great pairing, both in the same year. But as you can see, I gave Mass Effect an A, and you're giving it an S, and I agree with you. I think Dark Souls should be on the list. I love it, and I want to replay it.
Do we? I guess we will have to wait and see if we have any other From Soft games on the list other than Shadow Tower. The Souls franchise, I feel, is also something that I guess unites with us as well. So having at least something.
I would say this: the only time I've really brought a Souls game forward is Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, which is not going to be here.
The only other one I played in the last 5 years, I've been playing so much Dark Souls 2.
Yeah.
But a place on the list, the only time I've actually mentioned this is in our first year.
Yeah.
Our first one, you mentioned Silent Hill 1 and 2 and gave it an NA.
Yeah.
And I mentioned Bloodborne and Dark Souls 2 and gave it an NA. So I did not count it as being part of my list, really, because it was a joint entry.
Yeah.
But if I did have Dark Souls 2 and Bloodborne, I would be arguing for number 1.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't have them.
I'm glad they're not there, to be honest. Ooh.
I would rather it be Dark Souls 2, but Dark Souls is also awesome. So I want this to be fairly high. I want it to be at number 6 at least.
Dark Souls 1? Remastered?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I want it at number 6.
Put it there.
And the only difference is they added a bonfire by Bamos, which is fine.
Mass Effect not going on the list.
No.
No. Okay. I would probably argue everything, I think.
No. My top list is a little wonky.
Sure. That's fine.
But I'm gonna go for another long-term one.
Sure.
And that is my number 10. The Walking Dead Season 1.
I'd fill one of those teacups with some bourbon if I could.
Ooh. Clementine.
And the time I played this I played it a couple times in the last 5 years, but the one I put on the list was when I chose the ... for every time you have the dialogue option.
Yeah.
And that was so fun and so funny. And I've played this game so many times, I was like, I'm just going to be doing like a different combination of runs I've already done. But this was the one where I'm like, this is like the only other way to do it. The only other way I feel like I can experience this game again is if I wait even longer to replay it. Because I would replay it like every 18 months, where I would kind of forget about the details. That's kind of my time frame of sort of forgetting about the details. But I've done that so many times, I feel like I kind of know it now. So this was kind of my last hurrah as like going into it kind of semi-blind, like kind of forgetting the game. And it was really interesting doing it with this strange dedication to being quiet. And I related that a lot to my life because there was a period in my life where I refused to speak. So I found it really humorous, and I really enjoyed this run in particular. Yeah, it's a great game. It's an excellent game. I gave it an A, because I was replaying it that year. But overall, I would say it's probably a low S for me.
Okay. I have played Walking Dead Season 1 multiple times. I think it's brilliant. So I think this should be on the list.
7
I think seven's good. I don't mind
or 9?
if you wanted to put TF2 above it, I'd be fine with that.
You want to separate Strive and TF2?
We can if you'd like. I'm okay with that. Any permutation. I think it should be below Dark Souls. Anywhere you want to put it there.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
fine.
definitely below Dark Souls.
Okay. If you want to put TF2 above it, I'm good.
I'm doing that because we have more common ground with TF2 than we do with Walking Dead. With Guilty Gear, sorry.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's get this
Right?
out of the way
Yeah.
early before it gets too complicated, I think.
I feel like my top 4 are the heavy hitters. It's this Disco Elysium, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
I know I know what number 2 means.
Yeah, so number 2, Disco Elysium, my 2021 S tier, my special pick that year, so like my kind of best game, the one I wanted to rep the most, and then you played it in 2024, gave it an A.
So, sorry, was it 21 or 22 for you? I think
21.
It's 22.
21. It was on the first game of the year.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, Disco Elysium, every facet of it is amazing. Art, music, all the characters, all the voice acting, the story, what it's tackling, how it's tackling it.
That story sucks.
Are you fucking insane? Don't answer that and stop doing it.
It is a game that has profoundly changed my
Sorry.
life.
Sorry.
Yeah, I definitely understand some of the criticisms, even if I do like them myself. It's a game I think about constantly. It's a game I have replayed since a little bit. It's something I will relate to people I know and ask, how did you tackle this? Have you seen this in this game? Also, right now, NoClip are doing a massive documentary on Disco Elysium, and hearing about who made it and why they did certain things behind the scenes has been so fascinating and has just reignited my love of this game. I'm going to hand it over to you, though, if you want to say anything about it. Because it's not quite up there.
I have problems with the story, but the narrative is how I would use these words. The narrative is awesome, and the narrative to me is the dynamic with the main character, if you find out his name or not, and Kim, and all of the personal issues and the voice talking to you. And I've had a lot of philosophical debates about what part of us we are, even yesterday. So this is a good day to be talking about this. And I really, really like how Disco Elysium tackles it. I really like this game. The thing that made me really upset, though, was I did not like the ending, the whole thing. I had high expectations. I thought it was going to be really good. I thought it was going to punch me in the heart. And it just didn't. And it's nice. It's a good game. I want to replay it. Definitely want to replay it. I think it's high quality.
Very cool.
But I genuinely believe that they could have done more. I feel like they kind of fumbled a little bit at the end. I did wash off the pheromones right near the end. So I missed out on that thing, which is really, really frustrating.
It is,
because I loaded back into the game, and it was saying, like, oh, you need to get a really high roll to do it. And the pheromones might help. And I cheesed it. I kept reloading. I used my points because I had some points saved up. I spent a few hours trying to roll high enough. And I rolled high enough. And it failed. The game cheats you in that sense, and that really doesn't feel nice.
There's some
especially
volatility
at the very end of the game.
there, towards the end of the game. Thankfully for me, it kind of perfectly ended. But yeah, it's sad that it.
I understand that.
Together.
I felt a little unsatisfied and had to go back and try and reload stuff. But I do think that the character you speak to at the end, not the special one, but the regular one.
Yeah.
I loved his voice acting.
Oh yeah.
And I wanted more from him. I was expecting something crazy to happen. I literally was on my knees begging for something big to happen, like a character dying or a final confrontation. And I feel like the game, there was so much preparation throughout the game, and the final confrontation did not test your skills. I didn't feel like it tested what things I went into, what ideologies I invested in. I feel like the end of the game was not considered for how awesome and vast and how many choices there are in this game. I felt like the ending was not considering that. I think the thing that actually considered that was the confrontation with the police officer at the end.
Yeah.
And that was really nice. And I'd like to see how that changes because I was a pretty good boy and Kim really backed me up.
Yeah.
And that was nice. I'm glad they didn't cut away before that. I appreciate that. But I still feel like the majority of the finale, it did not have that kick to it that I was hoping for. And it was so magical, but then just didn't have that final moment for me.
Okay.
I felt like I was just being strung along. But that's just the ending of the game. The other 90% of it was excellent. And despite that all, I still have it at my number 4.
Oh, okay. So it's on
Um,
number 4. Wow.
it's up there, but I can't wholeheartedly be on your level with how much
Right.
you
Yeah,
love it.
understandable.
And I gave it an A because I think it is an S, but because I had these issues, I did not feel right giving it an A. But I think it is an S, but
Yeah.
I did not feel comfortable giving it because I had these gripes with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think this is really a game in between us, and I imagine this being at number 1 because I think the games we have above this, we're not going to have as much common ground with. So
Do you want to put it at number 2 just in case?
yes, we should put it at number 2, but I'm saying I think it might it might end up being at number 1.
Okay.
I'm going to go for my last A tier. And when I like a game, I like to play it. I like to play it a lot. I like to play it throughout the years. So this is another long-term one. It's a theme for my top 10. I much appreciate experiences I can continue to have and continue to sustain and entertain me. And it's Neo.
Oh, Neo.
Yeah, it's gameplay. Gameplay is king. And this is the game with some of the best gameplay. I have it at number 9 because I haven't finished it. Story's okay. Nothing's bad. There's nothing bad about this game, but the gameplay and the systems just are all in harmony and work together, and it captivates me. This is some of my absolute favorite gameplay of any game ever. And for me, it is kind of a turn your brain off sort of thing, but it is still challenging, so you are partially engaged. But I just love to sit back, put something on in the background, and just spend hours and hours just doing the same thing over and over again. And I genuinely love it, and I have progressed. I've beaten maybe 3 or 4 bosses now. I've gotten to the second island. It's excellent, and I don't know if I can put it above Dark Souls because Dark Souls has so much more to it. It has a lot more meaning to it, but I think it has more consistent gameplay than TF2 because TF2 is multiplayer. So I'm thinking of putting it in the range. I want to put it around like 8, maybe.
You put it above Walking Dead?
I
also
yeah, I
like
think so
Walking
because
Dead quite a bit.
Walking Dead doesn't really have the gameplay, but it has the story. But we have more common ground, so I think I'm not going to try and convince you with that one. I think I kind of want it just below Walking Dead.
I'm good with giving Neo quite a bit of grace because I've heard you talk about it a lot and how much time you put into it. I think it being on the list would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
I do
especially
think
as I spent 130 hours in the first level and stuff.
think Shadow Tower's probably going to be knocked down.
Yeah, and this is another game where I didn't feel comfortable giving it an S because for me an S is very definitive, and I haven't beaten it. But yeah, I mean, if you will, I'll put it just below TF2 because
Sure, yeah, I think
I put way more time into TF2 and it's more of a friend thing. I can put Neo above TF2 personally, but I think it's fine being just below.
Yeah, I think I've played enough
I'm
TF2
okay.
with you and just generally.
Yeah, and that's something we have in common, and I don't want to try and domineer this. Yeah. So it's to you now.
To me, I think I'm gonna I don't think I really have anything to match. I'm gonna go for my number 9. 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim from 2025, my S tier game there. Really, really cool game. Mystery heavy game with some strategy elements. It's best not to talk about it, but it's incredibly satisfying to just play and see unfold. There's nothing quite like it, I think. Vanillaware's art direction and music is super on point. Yeah.
Yeah, I get confused with this one and Hack Infection.
Mm,
They sound a little similar to me. Is that true?
I guess maybe I don't know. I gave this an S and I didn't give Dot Hack an
Yeah.
S, even though I
It
enjoyed
sounds
Dot
like
Hack a
13
bit more.
Sentinels is very, very high quality, and that mystery element we both really like.
Yeah.
Uh, a la Disco Elysium.
I think more people should definitely play this, but by virtue of like me not wanting to spoil anything, I hasn't not too much about it has been revealed. So I think it
Yeah,
probably
and
isn't
that
gonna stay on the main list.
it struggles with your list because
Yeah.
like I've heard you sort of talk about it,
Yeah.
but like with Shadow Tower, I haven't played a single second of that game, but I know a lot more about it, so I can support you on having that number 10 or something, but 13
Yeah.
Sentinels, I don't care for at all. I don't.
Yeah.
You gave it an S, so if you want to argue it to
I
be
think
someone,
I think it probably won't make it on the full list. I've got other higher things that are gonna fill out.
you can swap Guilty Gear Strive if you wish.
I don't want to. I think Guilty Gear
Okay.
Stripe's I like it more.
Yeah, I mean it's number 4 versus number 9,
Yeah.
so okay, now we have 5 left. Let's do the joint thing.
Let's go and sync.
So
Okay.
I will go here. I'm going to go for now. I only have 5 S tiers, so I just have my S tiers left. And this is a weird one. Oh, it's not really a weird one. Number 6 is number 6 is Neo.
What?
I copied the wrong thing.
Number 6 is Neo again.
No, number 6 is Rome Total War.
Ah, right, 2021.
So this is one of my most played games ever, and I continued to play it up until maybe 2024, and then it got kind of repetitive for me. I have started new campaigns, but because there's so many factions I haven't played and dug into and role-playing opportunities, but I've kind of just done it. There's definitely like units I've not used as much, and the Eastern stuff I've not touched as much, but each game lasts so long and is a really big investment. It's just not really hooking me as much. Like I can't sit down and really focus on it because it's such a like long-term thing. And you can do short campaigns that last maybe like a dozen hours or so, but so I've had a lot of fun with it. I've sort of feel like I'm done with it, and I might play like the Barbarian expansion or the Alexander, yeah, expansion pack DLC. And I'm looking forward to that. So I know it feels like I'm not so hot on it because I played 355 hours of it and I had a
Yeah.
great time, but now I'm not so hot on it. So I still think it's an S, but I think I kind of played enough of it for this time. Maybe in a few years I'll go back to it and dig into Barbarian expansion and stuff. I think I would still like it on the list because
Sure.
I played it for many years and it's an S to me and it's so good and it's from the early 2000s. I would maybe put it below Neo.
Okay. I think we should move some stuff
Perhaps.
up. I think Dark Souls should be moved up
Yeah.
for sure. Because there's some
Yeah,
thing.
I'm thinking Rome is either above TF2 or below Neo.
I
Do you have any
have
thoughts?
I have no real connection to the Total War series or strategy games too much. I know you've played a lot of it and you've brought it
I
up.
really like strategy
Mm.
games, so it'd be nice to have it on the list. But
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be high for me.
I think TF2 should be above it. And then I think up to you. after that, if that makes sense.
I
If you
think
wanna-
Neo is basically an S to me. It's just I didn't give it at the time, so that's why it has that A
Yeah.
next to it.
Do
So
you wanna-
I think I'm gonna put it at number 8.
Okay.
Rome Total
Neo.
War at number 8.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay.
It's getting real tough. Okay, this one's interesting. Okay.
What's number 10?
Yeah, I'm gonna do number 10. Number 10 is Lethal Company. I thought I would put this on here because we both played it. Played 2024, give it an 8. Really good multiplayer game. It has had more updates since with new stuff added. It is on rotation kind of multiplayer game with friends. When this gets updated next, we will play it again for sure. It's super duper fun. How it balances its humor and horror is so
It's
perfect.
scary.
It's scary, but it's also incredibly funny. It's satisfying to get better at the game. It's silly. I put in a lot of time into Lethal Company as well, and the times I played with you has been a lot of fun too.
Yeah, Lethal Company is so fun. I feel like that it is a bit limited. Like you go to kind of like the same 3, 4, 5 planets.
Yeah.
Moons. I really feel like it's a limited game, but it's one I can just have fun with. I don't really think I can really dig into it, but it's great to play every now and again. Like really great to play. I don't think I want it on the list though.
Sure.
But
Okay.
if we were making like a top 15, I think it would slide in.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's go with the very first. Oh no, that's wrong.
Objection!
The very second special pick I did, which was Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy from 2022, was an S special pick. I really love the original trilogy of Phoenix Wright games. It was a lot of fun that year. The characters are super memorable. The cases are really fun. Music obviously is top tier. There's a lot in those games as well. It's a long collection. Some of those cases are very, very long. It's one of my favorite games, but it's gone down that list of favorite games. I will think about it often and have fun with it, but I don't hold as much love maybe as I once did, or I just love other things more. It's there. Your pick before.
I have a good one to match with this.
Yeah.
It's Dishonored, Knife of Dunwall, and Brighamore Witches. It barely fits on there. I'm just gonna get rid of the Dishonored bit. Hold on.
Sure. So the
Knife of
DLC for Dishonored.
And that was the 2 DLC packs, which follows Dowd, which is one of the minor antagonists in the base game. And the weird bit is, I saw this, so I gave it an S tier, and I was like, I don't remember. I hardly remember this. So Dishonored is like an A tier game that I love, but I'm sick of now. And I remember these DLCs were basically the base game, but better, like better in every way, like refined, kind of like the jump from Half-Life to Half-Life Opposing Force. Like it's just improved. And I was like, do I even like these anymore? And I jumped in yesterday just to check it out. And you just go in immediately. In the base game, you have all this cutscene and intro, and I remember I used to try and speedrun the base game, especially the first mission. This one jumps you in straight away. Something I've completely forgotten about is how excellent the sound design is. The open levels, the upgrades with the whale bones, the story, all the political stuff, I feel probably hits for me even more now. And just jumping in for like an hour or so reminded me how much I love this game, the music, the quality. So I kind of forgot about this game completely, but then jumping back in, all the memories flooded back. And it's just excellent gameplay. It's like Neo, excellent gameplay, but it has all these other aspects also. It's just less fast-paced, and I think the only issues with it is it's limited by its inherent gameplay style. Being an immersive sim, sometimes it doesn't hit if you pick a different path. Like some paths are better than the other. Honestly, it fixes every issue I had with the base game, besides like the inherent core design trade-offs that you have with a game of this genre. So it's funny because I went from being like, do I like this game to, yo, absolutely, this game's awesome. And I'm interested how it's going to pit against Phoenix Wright because you were saying how you loved it and now not so sure about it anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, so I really love it, but there are other things coming up and already on the list that I think are above it to the point where I'm not sure if it should even go on the list. I would probably put it above the bottom 6, but that is not accounting for how much you like the stuff there.
Okay, yeah. I mean, Phoenix Wright seems good. People like it.
Hmm.
I think it should, yeah, below Dark Souls, but sure, put it up
You
there.
want to put it there? Are you sure?
At 5?
Okay. I mean, I was prepared for this not to be on the list at all.
Well, I mean, I don't mind if it's at 5. When we get to like the very last few, it might be good just to, like I said, I'm arguing
Okay.
for TF2 for the last 5 years, not overall. So
Yeah.
I think you could put it there. Knife of Dunwall, though,
Okay.
I think it's really, really good, and I think it has way more range than Phoenix Wright. What do you think? I kind of want to put it at 5 also. Knife of
I
Dunwall.
have only played a little bit of Dishonored and I didn't really enjoy it. I do like some Sims though.
Yeah.
It's a hard one to think. It's also the DLC of a game or 2 DLCs of a game.
Well,
That's
it's like a
interesting.
whole game, but they're like released in 2 different episodes.
Oh, I see. Okay, so it's
Yeah, so it's basically like like Death of an Outsider, like what they did for Dishonored 2. It was going to be a DLC, but they just released it
as a separate
as its
game,
own separate thing.
right?
But it's essentially the same game, like remix. So it's like the same everything, but just
Oh, I see. Different
but like with a
character.
different protagonist with different weapons, but it's still the same assets and everything.
You'd put it
This is the
above
same.
TF2
It
and
just looks
Neo.
better. I think the gameplay's pretty refined. It's also short. It's shorter than Dishonored, so it's quick. And this story with Dowd interweaves with the base game. The way this ends like halfway through the story of the base game,
Yeah.
where you meet your protagonist from the base game and he kills you, and you are actually at peace with that. And it completely transforms that interaction in the base game.
Okay.
So I
It's
think the writing
satisfying.
and how it's integrated is incredible. Let's put Brigamore Witches and Knife of Dunwall below Phoenix Wright. Let's do it number
Right.
6.
I think Strive is dying, sadly.
Yeah.
Oh, with 2 slots left and we have 6 games. And they're all high.
Yeah.
Okay. I should go next?
Yes.
Okay. So I've got, let's do my number 5. We have Baldur's Gate 3, which was my 2023 special pick, and I give it an S. There's a lot you can say about Baldur's Gate 3, but it's a fantastic game, extremely lengthy game. Had a lot of fun with it in the co-op. The characters spawned from that game, like my characters I made, I really love. Drew all sorts of art with them, and then you have the actual characters from the game: Astarion, Shadowheart, Lae'zel, Will. I can remember them like really, really vividly because they're all exceptionally well written. There's so much like fun choice in that game. The character building, as in the gameplay, is super duper varied, and they've added stuff over time. They've added extra subclasses and stuff. So it hasn't really even been finished until like fairly recently. If you want to put it in that context, there's also the you can replay this game and do things so differently in so many different ways, and I'd like to do that at some point beyond playing multiplayer. It's great. It's such a good game. I think right now I'd put it at like number 3. I think it does go above Dark Souls Remastered. Imagine Divinity if it was like 100 times better.
Not in the mood for cheese.
Like
it sounds awesome.
No
I don't know what it
exaggeration.
is. Maybe it's because the Divinity thing, but oddly, I don't know if I'd enjoy it. Do you think I'd enjoy it?
I'm not sure. I think if we played together, we probably would.
Yeah, together definitely. It's just I feel like maybe it's the setting, because the setting of Divinity I'm not too hot on.
Yeah.
But like, if I want to play a game like this, like I'd Star Wars Vampire the Masquerade.
It's the
It seems like
fantasy.
this is like the highest quality, but oh, I think there's just something about it where I'm like, why do I not feel the drive to actually play it, even though people talk so well about it? So I'm not going to argue. I think it probably should be at 3. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I'm not going to fight for it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Would you want
for now,
Dark Souls
number
above
3.
it?
Again, I prefer Dark Souls 2. So
Yeah, it's another
if you
weird
really
one.
think it's above Dark Souls, I feel like we're kind of on the same. Yeah, I think you might actually like Dark Souls 1 a little bit more than me, maybe.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I've
Well,
definitely
if
said
you
Dark
want to
Souls.
put it above Dark Souls, I trust you.
Okay. It's a.
Hey, don't put it! 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 I haven't said mine.
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
Hang on. Yeah,
Wait. I'm supposed to argue. I forgot.
Yeah, you meant to bring one to the table.
I have a great one to argue actually.
Sure.
I take back everything I just said. I don't respect it because I have my equivalent game, Lisa the Painful.
Okay.
Holy moly. This is like The Walking Dead season 1 if it had a more unique setting, if the humor was a massive aspect and in this melancholy world, and it was an RPG maker with pretty, some additions to turn-based combat that make it engaging. I think it's funny. I think it's awesome. It gives me great comfort playing this game, especially a few years ago when I was struggling more with image. And for me, it's a more complex story with more ambiguous gray characters than The Walking Dead. And it has a lot of content in it. It always surprises me how much content. I always find new things when I replay it. Uh, it's incredible. I think it is the best RPG maker I've ever played by far. It's a big inspiration when I tried to make that Shrek and Joey RPG.
Yeah.
And for me, it brings out the emotions. It might not be as long as Baldur's Gate 3, but it has that punch, that RPG maker punch. And I don't really have any complaints with it.
Mm.
And in fact, I think last year they released a new version of it where they add more songs. I think they change one because of copyright issue. They add some borders to each area, so it's for widescreen support essentially.
Yeah.
And I think the resolution is up higher, and they add some graphical effects. And they did that for that, and also the DLC, which I have not played yet, Lisa the Joyful. So this game is incredible, and I feel like it goes bat for bat with Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay. I have played some Lisa, and I didn't really enjoy it, but it was quite a long time ago. So I don't think that should be a massive blemish on it. It is something I do want to try to play, especially because I've grown more and more fond of RPG Maker games, or just games that have been clearly inspired by like Earthbound. They are some of my favorite
Solo
games.
dev.
Solo dev. I do want to get round to it. In my mind, I'm like back to back with BG3. No way. There is so many facets.
I've not played it.
Yeah,
we've not really played this, but
really
for me,
hard.
I believe it's back to back.
I feel like one element of BG3 I can bring up is multiplayer. Adds a whole other element to the discussion, which is super fun. If you do want it on the list.
I mean,
I've heard
it's
good
hard
things.
for me to argue. They're both. I mean, Lisa's like a cult classic.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate is like a game
modern
of the year.
Classic.
Modern. I don't know about classic, but it's a modern masterpiece.
Masterpiece. Everyone loves it.
So I don't mind going below, but I think they should be tied together.
I think we should. You said it was better than Walking Dead season 1. Like it does
Yeah, yeah.
similar
So
things.
it's a similar thing. So I don't mind Walking Dead leaving the
I
list. And
think it should go. Yeah.
honestly, I'm so surprised that I have games on the list. I thought you'd be pushing out everyone.
Hmm.
I'm doing well, so I'm fine. You can take that out. So if you want to put Baldur's Gate at number 3, I will put it at number 4, and we'll push everything else down.
Sure.
Because I think I prefer Lisa to Dark Souls just because it has all that emotion and
Oh, Dark Souls got some emotion. I definitely okay.
oh, it does, but it's much more human and far more relatable. Like Dark Souls is like the meta relatability,
It
not
does.
giving up. But this deals with stuff like childhood trauma, generational
Mhm.
abuse, alcoholism, uh, drug issues, and it deals a lot with like perversion and sexuality, which is an uncomfortable thing for a game to tackle. And I've seen so many. I played a lot of games where when they bring in the theme of sexuality
Mhm.
and pervertedness, it's gross and it doesn't add anything to it. It just makes it gross feeling. But Lisa does it in a way with a subject that I find very intense. It actually is somewhere I can go and have a dialogue with that
Okay,
and
that's really
discuss
important.
and it has that mix of blend of humor that makes it lighthearted, even like lighthearted to you, where you can receive it without feeling heavy, while still sort of addressing it. And I think that's an incredible feat, especially for a RPG Maker game.
Mm.
So I think that's something that makes it really special to me.
Okay. Yeah, I think then at number 4 right now is a good spot for it.
Yeah. Dark Souls Remastered does not solve any of my sexual issues.
Uh, I mean, it might solve some. I don't think I have any, but yeah, sure.
You can cut that.
Smo though. Mm. I don't know why my mind went to
I
Smo first.
Your profile picture is Priscilla, I know.
Yeah, that's not as. I just like Priscilla. She's very
No,
nice.
no, I'm just saying you gravitated towards a character I didn't think you were fond of.
Yeah. Oh, I love Priscilla.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's pretty awesome.
Okay. There's a number 1 free, and we've got 2 left. Are you gonna start? You go next.
I will start because I want
Yeah.
you. Oh no, I want you to intro the number 1. So
Okay.
I'm going to go number 2.
I'm gonna brown.
I hope you're gonna go number 3.
Sure. We can do that.
So number 2, I don't think you have it on the list. Maybe you do. I think maybe you might. The Long Dark?
Ooh. Okay.
Is that number 3?
Did I bring up the Long Dark properly ever?
Yeah, you did.
I did. I might have missed that because I think this probably should be on my list.
Oh, you at least gave it the award for like best ongoing.
I see. Best ongoing. I might have missed it there. Okay.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't a place on your list, so you couldn't have it. But that means that
you
missed
can
my go high.
Yeah.
Firstly, Long Dark survival set in Canada with they removed the cougar, but they have wolves and bears, and we played a little bit simultaneously. So I have had experience camping in Canada in the last few
I
years.
think they
Like
added
if
the
you go
cougar back, by the way.
cool. If you go back to 2021, I had not. I did not have camping experience. Now I've probably went out camping 60 times or something. I've had encounters with bears. I've had encounters with kind of encounters with cougars. I have gotten hypothermia on a mountain. I live in a place that gets to the temperatures you see in game, minus 30. Last week it was minus 38. So for me, I really like this game, and it's really cool to be able to go out camping, encounter wildlife, feel the immersiveness. It's such an immersive game, and also be able to tie that immersiveness back to my own experiences of I've not like properly been in long-term survival situations, but I have had times where I've been out there, like when I got hypothermia alone on a mountain, where I thought I was going to die, and when I play the Lone Dark and my character is freezing and doesn't have the right clothes, that creates a bit of a response with me and it immerses me. And it's kind of interesting to be able to play this game and have ideas about my experiences pop up, because having sort of a near-death situation where it's in your hands to rescue yourself is a really interesting thing to process. And The Long Dark was a great game before I had those experiences, and now I've had more of those experiences. I find it even more immersive and important to me. And no other game does wilderness and survival like The Long Dark does.
That was really well spoken. It was really lovely. Um, yeah, my relationship with it isn't as like intimate, especially in regards to the real world. But I have been playing The Long Dark on and off for years, like since I want to say 2016 or something crazy. It is just so fun to play, immersive, relaxing. It feels good to gradually build up and get better. I can hear the sounds of that game, the snapping of twigs, the I'm cold, like
My hands are freezing.
my hands are freezing.
And
The
the aurora when you wake up and there's like the
yeah, and the buzz of the electricity, the note, learning
yeah.
the maps. There's so much to that game I have not seen or been around, despite putting in so much
And
time.
all of the difficulty sliders
All
and
the difficulty
scenarios,
sides, the
like
scenarios.
I barely touched it. I maybe put maybe 30 hours in it. I barely touched it. There's so
Yeah,
much to
there's a
sort of learn.
story mode to the Long Dark I haven't fully played.
There's Wintermute.
Wintermute. The whole bear scenario you watched me do was so much fun. That was
Oh, we were
amazingly
doing
fun.
it together.
And we played it side by side as well.
Yeah.
In a
So we were
weird,
pretending like we were trying to. We spawned in different areas, and we had the bit where the bear, like the immortal snail, but it's a bear, and it always
yeah,
chases you. And we were trying to like communicate with each other, like we had a radio, and we're like, "I'll meet you at the coast," and we're both
yeah,
trying to reach each other. So it was. There's not actual multiplayer compatibility, but it worked. We still had an experience together,
yeah.
and it was pretty decent.
They kept adding stuff to it for a very long time. I think now they're slowing down. They're going to finish Wintermute and then moving on to their next kind of game. But they added so much stuff. The DLC they added also has a lot of cool stuff too, including like full on base decoration, which I really want to play around with at some point. This is a really cool game. So this is going to go up against one of mine, right? Let's bring that up. Okay. So my number 3 is from 2024, if you can believe it.
And if you can believe it.
Omori, which I really, really love. And over time, I just think about it more and more. And it's extremely dear to me. There's a huge mystery element to it, which I love. It's extremely playful and colorful. The end portion of this game, the last few hours, were some of the most gripping, emotional stuff I've played in a game as well. All sorts of feelings there. Musically, it's amazing. There is a whole other main kind of storyline. There's kind of 2 main paths you can go down, and I haven't done the other one, but I would really like to do it at some point. And it also just was around at a time when I really needed it. In 2024, so it's very special to me.
Okay, so Amori,
We have
Long
Amori
Dark,
and the
both
Long Dark.
very high S's for us.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? For me,
I have a proposition.
Think the long. Oh.
Okay. I think the Long Dark should be at number 1 right now.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Yeah, I would like it to be above Disco Elysium, only just because I know how much you like it.
Yeah. I think there is that game has been around. It's a quiet one. I think how it relates to you is extremely interesting. I also really, really love it. I think it fits there quite well. I'm happy with that. Omori is a bit of a different beast. I would probably put it above Baldur's Gate 3 for me.
Why don't you have Disco Elysium on your list?
I do. It's number 2.
Oh, I couldn't read. I was like, where is it? I looked everywhere but there. Okay.
I think
For some reason I saw Amori as 2 instead of 3. Anyway, yeah, I agree with that.
so
Rome Tour Walk and Go because I've
Sure.
gotten a little cold on that.
Okay. So we move everything down.
That was my first S tier though, but that's fine. Yeah, people love Amori. I have a friend who likes Amori. Cool. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be.
Sure, yeah. And then
I remember you said nothing's gonna beat Disco. You'd be very surprised if it
you'd
did.
be surprised. But yeah, I guess I am surprised, but it makes perfect sense. Our last 2 games, I'm gonna intro this.
Yeah, well, sorry, I think it's interesting because
Yeah.
Disco, it's like you were like nothing will beat Disco, and you also really, really like The Long Dark. And then those were games that you first introduced to me, and then I played Disco and I liked it a bit less than you, and I played The Long Dark and I think I like it a little bit more
I
than
think
you.
that the real world influence, I don't think I can beat that kind of intimate
It would be hard
experience.
if we're not having you. Real life experience definitely adds to the game, and I think that's what makes something an S, is when it resonates with us personally.
Yeah. Which is extremely true for this game, my top game, Boku no Natsuyasumi 2, from 2024 was an S. It was my special pick. It is my favorite game. It's an interesting one. It's a PS2 game that is a Japanese summer holiday simulator where you are sent to this little island and you spend the month of August, day by day, there, and you can play it like one day a day. It came at a very odd time for me, where I decided to play it day by day in August, and then very early on in August, some stuff happened that absolutely shattered me, and this was the only thing, or one of the only things, that felt like a constant. And it's an extremely fun and beautiful and relaxing game from its soundscape, not just its music, but its sounds, the rolling waves, the cicadas singing, visually great as well with its pre-painted backgrounds. All of the different stuff that happens in the game is a lot of fun. It's a very comforting game. I still remember a lot of the sounds and the things that happens. I think about it a lot. I've played it since. I talk about it a lot as well. It's just impacted me on a really profound level. So that's why it's at the top of my list there. What do you have at number 1?
Yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense. That's at the top of your list, especially as now it actually made you move. You're living in Japan now, and I think there was a big reason why you moved there was this game in the first place.
Hi des. That means yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that because I don't live in Japan. My top game is.
I'm kind of curious. Like the bottom one, I can't.
I'm just stalling to see if you'd say anything.
I can't think of what your number 1 is.
That's funny because for the top, I know what your one was.
Yeah, I can think about the other things that would pop up, but
so
for some
what
reason,
did you think my top 2 would be? Because I knew it was Boku no and Disco for you.
I was going to. I think Lisa was up there for me.
That's interesting. I thought you might have forgotten about Lisa.
No, I don't. What is it? There's got to be something. It's not the vampire game. It can't be. I don't know why I remember that one.
The vampire game was the special pick I had for the year,
Yeah.
2023, and it was the worst year I had. It was the only good game I played that was new. It was a B tier game, but I gave it an A because.
Oh, I think I might know. I think I might know what it is.
Yeah, it was my special pick. This is my special pick game.
I mean, you're number 1 now. I think I know what it is.
Special pick game for 2024. It was Half-Life 2.
Half-Life 2, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I have the little update thing there because they updated it recently. So Half-Life 2 update includes both episodes and more graphical options,
Sure.
as well as some bug fixes, and it's all in one packet now.
Is okay, yeah. I was gonna say, isn't that 3 games? But Phoenix Wright trilogy is literally 3 games.
Yeah, 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 basically. And Half-Life 2, it had the DLC, but now the Half-Life 2 update, it's now rolled into one package. It's just one experience now
Yeah.
because it is a continuous story. It's basically like an extension, essentially. It's like episode 0, episode 1 and 2. Yeah, so why do I have Half-Life 2 above the Long Dark? I've always been a fan of Half-Life series, but there's always something about it where I'm like, I don't fully understand why people think it's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And I played Half-Life 2 for the first time when I was 15 years old, and then I went back to Half-Life, Half-Life Opposing 1, Blue Shift, and I played those every year, once a year, like for quite a few years. And then I finally went back to Half-Life 2, and it clicked for me, and it was so immersive. Like immersive like The Long Dark, but instead of it being a slow burn survival thing that's more personal, Half-Life 2 is so intelligently designed. It is focus tested to the max. Um, the style, the weapons are awesome. It's so fast paced and frenetic. It allows quite a lot of freedom. It's action heavy. There's different mechanics. It's constantly changing up with gimmicks, but gimmicks that really play with the gameplay, really matter to the gameplay. Controlling swarms, placing turrets, vehicles, and just there's so many different approaches and ways to behave. There's different difficulties, and episode 1 and 2 ramp up the graphics and the puzzling. Episode 1 I wasn't as hot on, but episode 2 was incredible. I've only played half episode 2 back in the day. And playing it again, but full the way through, there were so many parts. I was so deeply immersed in this Eastern post-apocalyptic alien, like Eastern European sort of setting, and it becomes even like partially open world, like open zone at some points. The story really ramps up with the emotional stakes, and the graphics improve yet again, and it's incredible. It's so good. And yeah, I think it's pretty much the best gaming experience I had in the last 5 years, pretty much. Aside from Dark Souls 2.
It's I haven't played the Half-Life games, and I always hear the same thing, like, oh, they're some of the best games, but they just don't look it, if that makes any sense.
No, yeah, I mean, I was the same thing. I enjoyed them. Like, I would give before, I'd say Half-Life 1, 2 is like a A tier. Half-Life 1 is, another maybe strong A tier. But it went from being like a mid to low A tier to being like high S. High S. And it just clicked for me. I don't really know how else to describe it. I just was immersed. And it's such a big difference playing through a game that's like a fun shooter and being immersed in a fun shooter. Like, think about like Shadow of Chernobyl or the Metro series. Like, that immersion makes so much difference. But it's Half-Life 2. It's made by Valve. It's so well designed.
I think I really need to get around to playing it to
hmm
kind of understand it a bit more.
So, how are we feeling? Because I think The Long Dark is going to be number 1.
Yeah.
Disco Elysium, we also have a joint thing on. And so I really appreciate the Boku no Natsume Yatsumi because I know what it's like to go through a tough time. And I've also had series like Bleach would be something I'd go to like when I was having a heartbreak as a teenager, every night, no matter how late it was, I would play some of The Witcher 1, and that atmosphere and the environmental sounds meant so much to me. And that's that was my favorite game for like 5 years, and it's still in like my top three. But again, I don't have that. We don't have a joint thing on
Yeah,
either.
it's hard. Do
Yeah,
do the bottom two go? Are they going? Do you want to rearrange
they're gone.
anything?
Of
They're
course,
just
yeah,
gone.
of course they are. TF2's gone. That's fine.
And Neo's gone.
It was sort of last decade's top game for me.
Okay.
Um, and
He
Neo I've not finished, so you know.
You're still not finished. Well.
So yeah, so the Disco Elysium we have something in common too.
Yeah.
Omori, you've put Boku no Yatsunatsu above Omori on your own list.
Mm.
So
I think I think Disco at 2 to me makes sense. We both played it and we both really appreciate it at large.
I
Like
yeah,
it yeah.
I think it being number two is great because we've had experiences that have surpassed it personally,
Yeah.
but we've not shared those experiences that have surpassed it. So I think it makes entire sense for it to be number two, and I think I'm very happy with that.
Yeah.
It's just whose favorite game is going to be bronze
Yeah.
medal and who's going to drop out to number four. How do you even argue this?
It's hard. I
Um,
might pull
Half-Life
the
2 has it invented certain graphical things. It did something more for the industry
sure.
with its physics engine, and Gravity Gun sort of inspired a lot of gameplay things, like with Titanfall, inspired by it. Half-Life 2 also, I think in the episode 2, they had a lot of processing things like like when when you're in a game like in Red Dead 2 and you're in a dark cabin and you step out into the open world and there's like a readjustment like when the irises are closed. Half-Life 2 episode 1 invented that technique where if you're in a dark environment and you step outside to a lighter one, the screen will adjust like your eyes would. And when you go from outside inside, it's dark and then your eyes readjust. So they pushed the bar with graphics and immersion in some way. Half-Life 2 is also inspired a lot of games, just like Half-Life 1 did. Stuff like what's that? That Zero? Entropy Zero? Half-Life 2 mod? Insanely highly reviewed.
A lot of this stuff feels like it's about Half-Life 2 in general to video games and less about like our experiences though is the only thing. Like it's
Well,
related to it,
I'm
it's an
sort of. I
important.
mean, this is both our favorite game in the last 5 years. I don't know what to say to convince you,
Yeah.
but like we both have had amazing experiences. Yours has been more consolement. Mine has more been like just immersion and so much fun, and yeah, just insane amount of fun and intensity with that immersion too. It felt like honestly, it felt like I was playing a VR game. But I wasn't. It was that immersive and ingraining. But yeah, Half-Life 2 is so good that it has like it's from 2004 and then the latest one episode 2 came out in 2007 and it was pushing interactivity, how you interact with props. Gary's mod, all of that came from it. And like the graphics, it has those little immersive flares. So I feel like
It's
that
important
has
to
happened
video
to the
games.
industry. I'm saying it's a game with this amount of it has these qualities
Yeah.
that have inspired so many other things and set the standard for other games, like Titanfall.
I haven't played Titanfall, so I don't have a connection. E- what I will say is, even though it's done so much, in spite of that, I have had zero desire to ever play Half-Life 2, really, other than it like, oh yeah, it's meant to be a classic. It's one of those games you should play, but there's been no draw to it at all for me.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, I mean, Boku no Yatsumi 2 sounds nice.
It's
I think
incredibly
doing the challenge of
lovely.
having it in August sounds fun, but am I particularly drawn to play it myself? Not really.
No, it's hard to win
Like,
this.
I think it's amazing when it's done for you.
I think
Um,
Boku should be number 3. And if not for
sure.
any other reason, the one of your games got number 1, even though I
No, no,
have
no,
played it.
no. I agree. Like, I was trying to give an argument, but there's not
Hmm.
much you can say.
I
When it
think
comes down to it,
4 is
it
crazy
consoled you,
still.
and I feel that's more important than like
Hmm.
Half-Life 2 entertained me and immersed me to the maximum.
Hmm.
And it was also a really nice time in my life where I was getting ready to leave and kind of this is my last big video game for a
Yeah.
while.
True. Okay,
Um,
there's
but
the emotional angle. I think that's
yeah, and it
more
was so I was like video games are so fun,
prescient.
but it also comforted you and consoled you and um I mean I don't think I mean it's sort of just like a simulator game, sort of like a chill out game. So I feel like
There's more to it.
it's like a vibe game. I mean,
It
I know you can do the Beatles, and there's
it
like some
is.
story with like being a child and being innocent and sheltered from the world. Um, but also Half-Life 2 was just such a hurrah for me, and it was just incredible. But it being at number 4 isn't a bad thing. It's
Oh
still the
no.
fourth best game. So I think tentatively we're just gonna have to agree on
Agree
that,
to
and
that.
I'm pretty happy with that.
What I will say is doing this the ones here, Half-Life 2, Lisa, and Dishonored. Like, I'm thinking about them. I'm like, okay, maybe I should give them another try. I've
Mhm.
tried all. I haven't tried Half-Life, but I've tried the other two. But now I'm like, okay, maybe I should try these ones, see what's up because they're on this list now, for sure. Okay,
Yeah, and
let
I probably should say Boku no also
I
because
I recommend.
if it's in our top 3, I have to play. Basically, I have to play it.
Hmm.
Essentially,
I think
it
everyone should
sounds interesting.
like
It sounds interesting.
genuinely everyone should try Boku. I think it's such a
Okay.
nice experience. It's so
Well, I'm
interesting.
someone, so that
True.
I should do that then.
Okay, let's look at this list. Are we happy with it overall? Does this feel fine? There's going to be some disagreements. I do feel like the long dark thing was quite surprising, but I feel happy with it. I think that's good.
Um, yeah, I'm happy. I don't mind Half-Life 2 being there.
Okay.
Yeah. My number one game being number 4. I think that's fair. I was actually expecting not to be able to get many of my games in here, but
Hmm.
I think you were nice and I think I did well and um Knife of Dunwall, Brighamore Witches, awesome game. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, that's something that's stuck with you for a while. It's a great mystery and lots of memes and
Yeah, there's a lot of
stuff.
memes.
Characters.
I don't think I defended it the best. That like
I don't
once
think I think Phoenix Wright would be disappointed in you,
he would
honestly.
be, if you get to the final the final cases of that game, it is extremely
Yeah.
um
I've
yeah
I've never played it.
crazy.
I've never played a Phoenix Wright. Dark Souls Remastered, how do you feel about that being a number 8?
Uh, I think it's okay being there. Like, part of me feels like it should maybe be higher, but I think I
Right.
maybe
But what's above it
overestimate
is
your connection, and then you got Lisa there, and I've got
well,
some good stuff
I haven't
above.
look, this is the thing. I've not played in the last 5 years, I've not played Dark Souls
Yeah.
Remastered. Well, I think I might have quickly played like maybe 2 hours of it on my friend's Switch, but I've not had my own experience with it since like 2018 was maybe when I last played Dark Souls,
Hmm.
you know? Um, yeah, and I feel like it definitely is the weakest gameplay.
I like it the best.
That's fine. But yeah, if you look at what's above it, Lisa the Painful, Baldur's Gate 3, Omori, Half-Life 2, Boku no Yatsu Natsumi, Disco Elysium, The Long Dark. I think basically everything above Dark Souls Remastered are like games that are up there for the greatest of all time in our lives. Okay, out of 270 games that we played in the last 5 years, the top 10 is number 10, Knife of Dunwall and Briggamore Witches.
Number 9, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Number 8,
Number
Dark Souls Remastered.
Yeah, that's not mine. You played that. I have played that, but not this time. Number 7, Lisa the Painful.
Number 6, Baldur's Gate 3. Number 5, Omori.
Number 4, Half-Life 2 update.
Number 3, Boku no Natsuyatsumi 2. Number 2,
Number 2, Disco
Elysium.
Elysium.
And
Number
number
1,
The Long
Dark.
There we go.
That's a very balanced top 10.
Yeah, I think it's pretty balanced. There's some of your
Hey.
games there. Notoriously, I have had a lot of S tier games through a lot of these.
You
which I'm
have. Maybe my
passionate
S
about.
is. Maybe I have a higher standard because
maybe
if we had the same standard, then I feel like this list would be almost completely you. Because yeah, I only brought four. I only had four S tiers with me.
Hmm. And I'd 8. I'd double, I think. Or yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we're both around the same. So that's cool. I think I ended up getting more on the list, which really surprises me. I thought I would get a few more on the bottom, and then I would be like 7 to 3 on the top. But yeah, I did okay, and we both played really good games. I think you had a really nice variety. You had a lot of games you rated highly that I've never heard about, like Hack Infection and a lot of Metroidvanias in 2023 and 4 and Dungeon Crawlers in 24 and 5. Yeah, I feel like as the years have gone on, you've veered more and more off the mainstream or my sphere of games. So you're introducing a lot more games to me, I feel.
Yeah, I do my best to shove some more PS2 ones in here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
because
like that PS2?
I love the PS2. One thing I will say, I think this year I've been playing something that I feel would probably end up in this top 10, but that's not here nor there. We'll
Not
have to
this
save
top
that
10.
for like 5 years in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
future.
when we're both doing the same thing in 5 years' time, right?
Um, yeah, looking at the years represented, I think we should do that real quickly. So,
Sure. So from the combined lists.
from the combined list, yeah, let's look at the combined list.
Okay.
What ended
So
up?
running down from best game to worst game here. So just running through from top to bottom. We have 2024 game, then we have a 2021 slash
That's true.
2024, 2024 game. This is the best list. 2024, 2024, 2023, 2022, 2023, 2022, 2021. So basically very heavy on 2024. Then a couple from 3 and 2, none from 5.
And for
No games from
5.
last year. And only one game from 2021. And then going down to the bottom, we have a 2024 game, 2025, 2022, 2021 slash 3, 2023, 2023, 2025, 2022, 2021, 2023.
Right.
So yeah, that makes sense. The bottom was more 23, which is the
23.
year I had 3 F tiers that year.
Yeah. 2023 was not great, it seems.
I think in terms of games, out of the last 5 years, 2023 was like your second best year and my worst year. 2024 was maybe I think that was the best year for us combined, like both.
Yeah.
2025 was decent. It was
It
good.
was decent, yeah.
And then I think 21 and 2 were just kind of all right.
Mixed, yeah.
Yeah, mixed. Yeah, so we're sort of mixed the first 2 years, and then I had a terrible year. You had an excellent year. The next year after that, we both were really good. I think you still had a better one than me, and then 5, I think we were kind of back even again.
Yeah, 5 was really solid. I think 24 was crazy, especially for me. That year was insane.
I think 5 definitely lacked really hard-hitting games, but I
Yeah.
think the average was above average. Like, I didn't have any S tiers for 25, and the only 2025 game I had in either of my lists was
some bad stuff.
at the bottom was Bleach, Immortal Soul, and Climate Activist.
Yeah,
You had LA Noire in your bottom,
I did.
but you had 13 Sentinels and you had Hack Infection in your
I had
honorable.
Saturday Station and Scarlet and Violet technically kind of from you.
Right.
But yeah. That my bad ones aren't as bad as your ones though. Yeah, so that's interesting to see. I think overall the last 5 years, like getting a list like this together, or 2 lists, we have seen some really, really good stuff and some really, really bad stuff. You've mostly seen the bad stuff, thankfully.
I've carried a heavy burden.
Indeed. I hope the next 5 years, if we still do this, are good to you.
Yeah, so I guess if we want to talk a little bit just at the very end about the next 5 years is I've talked about Caleb, but I think we're probably going to scale back the game of the years because they typically tend to be on average 5 hours long with 50 games, and it usually takes me about 8 to 10 weeks to edit them, which is a lot. That's like 15% of the year. So we might downscale, but we're going to keep doing it for the foreseeable future. But instead of having 270 games,
We're probably gonna have
if we do this
less.
again in the next 5 years, it might be more like just 200 or
Yeah.
150, something like that. As for me, I think I might be traveling in the future, so you might see some more physical games, mobile games, kind of mind games, personal games like the Amnesiac GeoGuessr, Chess with Strangers, Smell for Elk, things like that. You might see more of that for me because I don't have a
You not a permanent
stable,
place.
not like a stable future, but I think I'm going to be a little bit more nomadic
Not a
in these
stable way
next
to
5 years.
play video games necessarily.
No, definitely less home consoling.
On my end, you're going to see probably more of the usual stuff, PS2 games, etc. I'm going to branch out. In the next 5 years, there's a good possibility that I will maybe end up playing some games that are Japanese language. Maybe if I keep going at learning Japanese, which I think would be really
Yeah,
interesting. Spice up the list,
right.
maybe.
Yeah,
That's
well, you're
long
definitely
term,
gonna.
though.
It's gonna be difficult to live in Japan and not
Yeah.
pick up and you're opening like a whole new market. Like the what was the game you played last year? It was like uh emo. It was like a Egyptian game, and
Oh,
you needed
Pet
a fan
Henfu.
translation.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, there's also some weird stuff like that, and that haven't been fan translated, which I could try to look into, but we'll see. Yeah, I think it'll be a fun 5 years for video games, though. Lots of cool stuff to check out.
Yeah, yeah. Elder Scrolls 6 might come out near the end of
No
those next
way.
5.
What? That really pisses me off.
I actually don't know if it will, to be honest, at this rate, which is crazy.
It might come out at the end. I think it might come out in 5 years' time.
At the very end, maybe we'll get round to it if we can afford to. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun to do. I'm happy with the lists as well.
You're welcome. And thank you for editing this one.
Yep, I'll do my best to make this funny and nicely edited.
I'm gonna brown.
This has been the
Yeah.
Game of the Year quinquennial.
Top and bottom.
Top and bottom, top 10 and bottom 10 lists. Thank you
Mhm.
for listening. If you listened to this far, put your top 10 and top bottom game lists in the description. In the comments, if you'd like, we might read them.
Yeah.
And
Also,
look for games.
did we put one of your favorite games in the bottom 10?
Yeah, maybe we did. I doubt we
Is
did.
there a game that you wish? How on earth did they put? I mean, I don't actually think we have anything controversial in the top 10.
No.
But, maybe somebody's surprised we put
Maybe
a survival,
maybe
a survival sim game at number 1.
15-year-old will be sad we put Turnip Boy commits tax evasion.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
And when you went to a supermarket, you thought 3 for 2 was actually 3 for 2.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Have a great day. Play some cool video games.
Is there anyone you'd like to
check out
thank
the list also
as well?
Oh yeah, I'll thank some people, but check out the playlist because we have. If any of the games interested you that we spoke about, we have a long thing that should be linked in the description. I'd like to thank Jeff Green for getting me through all these years.
Thanks a lot for watching. Mila and I will be back some other time, probably for some more salami eating and Dark Souls playing.
I guess more sincere thanks to I'm gonna say thanks to my housemate, who's given me a place to stay, and um, otherwise I wouldn't be able to play like most of the games I put in last year. I guess big shout out to both of our moms.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you
Shout
very
out,
much.
mom. Thanks, mom. I don't think I have any other shout outs,
Sure,
really.
that's good. I think that's good. Yeah. Yeah, this has been good. Maybe we'll see you again with this thing in 5 other years.
Maybe.
Stay safe in those 5 years.
Yeah, God bless.
Remember to play some good games. See you
Yeah,
next time.
Sudoku's pretty awesome. So's
Sudoku's
Mahjong.
good. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Happy 2026.
Happy 2026.
Happy 2028, guys.
Yeah, what's in 5 years? 2029 or something?
2038.
2030. Yeah.
Have a great time.
I'll just fade this part out. It'll be funny.
Okay, but then as this is fading out, make sure that this next bit's really loud and then fade out again. I can't believe you put lethal comp. I hate that.